What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. Thank you for allowing me to be your host this evening. I hope everybody is doing fine and dandy. If you don't know, well, now you know, like Biggie Smalls or some shit. I am your host, Ed Honcho, and again, I appreciate the opportunity to be your host each and every evening. I thank you for joining me. Make sure you're following the Den on all the proper social medias. Facebook.com/Den Show Live, Twitter, and Instagram at Den Show Live. Links in the description below, so if you want to use those to get to where you need to get to, should be easier. Facebook.com/groups/Den Show Live. You want to join the Den Show Live Facebook group. Slowly but surely, we're getting a little bit more active. We're getting a little bit more content put in there. It's good to see different people's their opinions and their thoughts and how they feel about things. If you want to contact the Den, 833-284-3336. Even if we're not online, even if we're not live, feel free. 833, the number 2, the Den is the easiest way to remember that. denshowlive@gmail. If you want to send constructive criticism, topic ideas, thoughts, whatever it may be, you can feel free on either one of those. Leave a voicemail, leave a text message, leave an email, whatever makes you feel the best. Den Show, thedenshow.com. If you want to tell a friend about the Den, how to get to the channel, thedenshow.com/live. If you want to tell them how to get to the live stream whenever we are actually live. Let me fix this. Hold on, there we go. Also, thank you to everybody. I want to say shout out to all of you Dengenerates, you denizens, you friends in the Den, and most of all Den folk who have been showing love, who have been supporting the channel since day one or day 1000, whenever they was allowing support. I'm fucking with y'all. But if you want to support the channel, if you want to support the Den, go to streamlabs.com/the Den Show. The super chats are cut off until we reach our goal. And I know I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to get the update and get all the numbers right to let y'all know exactly where we're at. I think we're just under 2,500. We're right in that area somewhere. And if you want to support monthly, you can go to patreon.com/the Den Show. I want to send a shout out to Stina Starry-Eyed. I appreciate the top tier support, and as you see when you watch some of the videos, you see her name in the credits, and you can have that too, the monthly pledge. And like I said, there's different tiers, different levels to it. It's levels to this shit, son. But again, like I say, thank you to everybody. I appreciate everybody's support, whether you are Patreon, if you just watch, if you show love via the Streamlabs, however you get down, however you represent. Look, I'm fucking shit up. I'm trying to get everything right. I'm doing more damage than helping and shit. I'll see where we at. How about it? All right, cool. Let's get this. This is on there. That's bothering me just a little bit. We'll fix that. All right. So tonight, man, we're going to talk about me personally, my single biggest mistake, and this is a mistake that a lot of people make. So I don't feel necessarily bad about it. But this is a mistake I think every person on the planet makes. And we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to open up the Denline. We're going to talk about some of the stories that I put out today. Shout out to Ali. She sent me something that with some details as far as one of the stories that I had read earlier that I didn't. I was questioning. I was wondering what was going on, and so it gives a little bit more insight into it. But at the same time, still very suspect, still very questionable, but I'll put that update link in the thing too. So before we get into the conversation, I got to talk about something really important with y'all. Some of you guys may be familiar, some of you may not be. All right, and that is, all right, let's get some of that junk out of here without me looking too crazy. All right, and yeah, that'll work. And that is, we got to talk about the friends in the Den, man. We got to see who's joining us tonight. And I appreciate everybody who is rocking with us this evening. So let's see. Dr. Rabbit, Simply Deep, Jared Key, Edwin Baptiste, what's the motherfucking deal? DeMarcus Johnson, fuck PlayStation and PlayStation Network. Y'all some hoes. Marie Lovely. Let's see. Keisha R, what's the motherfucking deal? V Darko, biggest mistake. And I started. You start talking shit. I gotta watch. I can't see you, but I'm watching you. Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Hey, Rashida. Let's see. Giant Mess 335. I done went backwards. That shit feel weird. Using my left hand. No, my left hand don't work. I'm right-handed. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Dominic. I haven't seen. Who's this Dominic Delgado guy? I haven't seen this guy in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Danny F, always good to see you. What's the motherfucking deal? Beyond the funny nigga. I've never seen Mexican twins either. I'm lying. I think I have. Heidi, what's the motherfucking deal? Ali, what's the motherfucking deal? And let me see. Maria, the relationship is the biggest mistake. Oh, that's bad. Let's see. Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. I just happened to overlook it. Ed Smith, what's the motherfucking deal? Kuriyaki. I don't know, I'm not sure. Mike is real loud? No, okay. It sounds distorted because of the volume. Is it really, really loud? Okay. How about that? Is that better? Clayton Urey, what's the motherfucking deal? Anthony J, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. All right. Let me see. All right, we coochie. We coochie. No, we Gucci. So let's talk about it. Astros or Steven Jackson, NBA fans crowd right now. Really? Is there fighting with the Astros right now, or the Astros? Oh, okay. I thought you said Astros fans. I'm gonna say Astros fans fighting. God damn it, we can't have nothing nice. All right. So the biggest mistake that I think that everyone makes at some point in their life, and some of you are going to agree, some of you are going to disagree. Okay. But let me see if I got that. That might be part of the problem right there. And I think some of you are going to disagree, or some of you are going to agree. I think everybody should agree on this one because I'm right, because I'm always right. But seriously, and the big mistake is comparing yourself to other people. I think that is a problem that everyone has in life. And what I mean by that, oh yeah, they just beat that. Yeah, they go. Oh, the Astros kicking ass. Yeah, I did that about that. Yes, absolutely. But what I mean by that is that I think that we judge ourselves too harshly by comparison. I talked about getting off of the social media. I talked about, here, I'll bring the mic a little bit closer, see if that helps. Back to the old mic. I hate y'all. I like the new mic, but it's just whatever. But comparing ourselves to others and where others are in life. Because sometimes it can cause, we talked about envy and jealousy, I want to say last week. We talk about goals. We talk about a lot of different things. But what I mean by that is, biggest mistake, damn, y'all are definitely, I guess relationships is bad. Is there something that we need to talk about then? Do we need to have a relationship video soon? Is that what we need to talk about? Because I see people talking about staying in a relationship for the kids. I see getting married, all kind of shit. I'm like, well, goddamn, a lot. But but the thing about it is comparison, And to go along with comparison, I'd almost say a little bit of judging. And the reason why I'm going to say judging, and I kind of put it up late, and I meant to have had it ready earlier, and I just forgot to do it once I got in the sauce and had to listen to Noah talk about a bunch of shit that didn't fucking make sense. But, Kim K, right? I judged her without really knowing who she was. Didn't really give a shit. Just, listening to other motherfuckers talk about, oh, she's just a video hooker, and that's all she is, this, and this. But this woman is a business mogul. She turned a sex tape into a living, and not only having to do one, not to have to be like a porn star and film it every other day and on cam and doing all these other things. And now I have another level of respect for this woman. I guess I'd have some respect because I didn't have any really at first. I think after the Donald Trump thing, I started looking at her differently, but the fact that, like I say, she's studying to become a lawyer, that's highly commendable. You got all the money in the fucking world, right? You don't have to do shit for anybody. You could be the fucking raggediest fucking celebrity ever, and people are still going to love them no matter what. But the fact that this woman is studying to be a lawyer, and I'm assuming criminal defense, I have to I have to respect that. But getting back to talking about comparison, talking about looking at the next person. So like I say, let's say even from the YouTube aspect, well, I'm looking at, million subscriber YouTuber. Well, I got to do this and I got to hit these home runs. I got to do that. No, you got to take your own journey. You might not ever be million subscriber YouTuber. And I don't ever want to be million. So I'm just using this as a reference. Or if you're an athlete, if you are in a relationship, let's talk about these relationships, because I think that's a big problem with a lot of relationships, especially these days. We'll tie the two in together because you guys obviously have a lot of relationship issues going on, even if it is just for the kids. But let's talk about relationships and comparing your relationship to the next person, because it's a lot of people I see do this. And they compare their relationship to such and such and so on social media. Well, look, they're on vacation and they're taking pictures. And look, she's smiling. Yeah, she's smiling. And right after that picture got snapped, he slapped the shit out of her because he didn't like the way she posed, or it was too this and that. Or she's cussing at him because he didn't take the right photo. It doesn't look the sun. Like, these relationships are, the way I look at it is this. If a person posts a lot of pictures of their relationship, it's not as good as you think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not as stable as you think it is. They need that reinforcement, that constant, oh, you guys are such a cute couple. Oh, you guys look so great together. You guys look like this. And, oh, I wish I had that. They need that reinforcement to justify, I guess, whatever the fuck it is they're doing. A lot of people stay together not just for the kids, but for the impression that they make on other people. So a lot of people who are married or in relationships to impress other people. Cory Booker. Yeah, he's dating Rosario Dawson. Yeah, I believe that. But anyway, we're not going to turn this political. We just go, we're going to talk about it. And the thing about this is, don't let your perception of things, and that's what a comparison is, your perception, because you really don't know. Your perception of things can fuck you up. A lot of times we talk about, this race and that race and what they got and what they don't got, or they don't have. And we automatically have this, well, because they got this, they're this or that, they got it easier. They got this because, or they got it harder because they're this, oh, they must not know this. And we make these comparisons, but we're only going off of what we know in our head. We don't have the facts. We don't have to understand. Everybody's individual life is different. And if you focus on your life, and this is advice for me too. I'm not the guru. I'm not Honcho Robbins over here, old banana hands. You get the best you out of focusing on your own shit. And I know it's tough to do in this day and age. That's why I say I have to take a lot of social media off. I'm only fuck with the social media when I'm on the computer. So if you guys hit me on one of these platforms, and it takes a little bit for me to get back to you. It's not that I'm shunning you. It's not that I'm snubbing you. I'm not doing any of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just that I got to find sense in my own design, I guess. And what I mean by that is just sometimes the information, it's not that it's overwhelming. It can be annoying. And sometimes I become jaded with some of the stuff that I see. And it just makes me, like, I come in the den. I love the den. Shaolin, fantastic. What's the motherfucking deal, man? I love the den because the den, like I said, with all the diverse personalities, whether we agreeing, whether we disagreeing, whether we arguing, whether people are beefing, or we all, singing some kumbaya shit, it's understanding, and we can talk and we have that conversation. But it's like I see shit out there, and you just got so many people who just want to argue for the sake of arguing, and just say shit because it's all about, oh, let me try to get some attention in the wrong way. And it just makes me become disappointed in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a different vibe here. So that's what I say. I'm just kind of easing up off the social medias and stuff like that. So again, like I said, I'm not snubbing nobody, no disrespect. When I do get on the PC, I got like my little app where it brings all my shit up at once. And, that way I can just kind of keep an eye on everything as I get to working. So it's a good deal. I think that's great. It's not a G-Shock. This is a Kenneth Cole watch. Okay. Everybody, I don't know why y'all keep. I understand why y'all keep saying G-Shock. Because it do look like a fucking G-Shock, but it is Kenneth Cole. I think I said it to where once you get 1,000 pistachios, you become a regular. And then, I know all of y'all were regulars before the switch up, before the app, before I had to, change a bunch of shit up and I lost all the info. But now once you get 1,000 pistachios, you become a regular and then you can use all of the features as a regular. So, I mean, hey, all you got to do is hustle up to 1,000. It makes it easier for everybody as opposed to, having to be here for so many hours. Like I say, if you participate, you rock with the games. I think you can gamble and some other shit too. Something like that, I think that's what we got. So you got to get some more battery for your Kenneth Cole watch. I like Kenneth Cole. It's simple. Because I'm not a flashy person, I'm not a flashy person. And my old lady was getting on me because I'd ordered some stuff and it was like the same shit that I already have, just in a more suitable size. Some of it got kind of worn out, kind of looking crazy. Brandon, they couldn't pay me to wear a Kenneth Cologne watch. They couldn't endorse me with all the money in the world. But my thing is, I'm a simple man. Look, hey, who is that? Skinner. I'm a simple man. That's just all it is. And I think like say some Levi's, so you some polo shoes. Actually, I just ordered some Chucks, so something simple like that. I'm a plain motherfucker. Like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it hit the score, hit the score twice for me. Even if it ain't no refund, hit it twice for your boy, man. All the money. It's not about money, man. It's about happiness. I see so many people with money, man. They're not really fucking happy. I want comfort, yeah, but I think my end game is to build something to live comfortable. I ain't got to be rich, man. You don't ever want to. You want to have a reason to stay moving, but I definitely want to. Comfort is the key. I don't have to be filthy fucking rich. I'm not a greedy person. I don't mind working, and so all the money in the world, I don't think that would ever satisfy me. I was listening to somebody and they were talking, and I'm gonna open up the line after this. I don't wear Crocs. No, that's funny. I give Heidi one cookie for that. But it was a guy I followed, and he was talking about when he made his money. He made, basically a sale of a business. And he said, he got the call and said, hey, man, the money's going to hit your account. We just wired the money to your account, and it should be there, anytime soon. And so he's talking about refreshing it. He's refreshing his account. He's online refreshing it. And he's just man, he can't wait. And then he sees those commas hit his fucking account, And he looks and he says for about 30 seconds, he's just kind of in awe. He sees all those numbers. But then he's like, man, but I felt the same. I didn't feel any different. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Fuck, today is Wednesday, huh? Slipping. But he just said he didn't feel any different. He said he just felt the same when he had the same insecurities. He had the same, issues as a person. Didn't make him feel any different. And so when I heard that, I really thought about it. And this is not like it's not like he won the money or anything. Like, he worked hard. He built the business. He said he put in several years of long ass days and everything like that. But what he said he developed from that was that work ethic. And so he still had that work ethic. Now, and I wonder, is that why a lot of people who are rich, who worked hard to get rich, continue to pursue that goal? Because we always say, oh, they're greedy. They just want more. They just want to. But no, it's something that gets built up inside of them. And it's in their character. It's in who they are. And so if you can't just kill that with money. And so again, like I say, money's not the answer. Ultimately, it has to be something that has to be built. I have to contribute something, some way, somehow. What y'all talking about, Wendy? Can you do a show on Wendy? I was going to actually talk about Wendy, old motherfucking ass. I was going to say, do we really feel sorry for Wendy? Because I've never felt sorry for Wendy. But, oh shit. I didn't say it can't buy happiness. But I say it's just not the end goal. That's it. The Nas News, I'm going to have to do that too. Nas News is going to be That's gonna be a thing. That's just gonna be the hashtag. Whenever I drop a video and it has hashtag Nas News on it, that just lets y'all know the niggas in that video ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit news, man. So let's open up the line. And actually, before that, I did a video. Let me read this real quick. Shout out to Ali, because what it was is that couple. That couple apparently said that they didn't believe she was pregnant. They thought that the baby was dead whenever it came out. So said he tried to do CPR, said the baby fell in the water, pulled it out, said he'd do CPR, didn't work. They wrapped the baby in a towel, put him in a plastic bag, carried him out to the Jeep, put him on the floor in the back seat, couldn't get a heartbeat, couldn't find any indication that the baby was breathing. He said he tripped and dropped the baby on the way out to the vehicle, according to court records. They said they found leaves, mud, and twigs on the infant from the home's yard. So he cleaned up the mess in the bathroom with towels best he could, had rice, put the towels in a plastic bag, throw them in a dumpster. She cleaned herself, put on fresh clothes. They went to the emergency room. Said he was born alive, suffered injuries around his neck that would have not come from the birth, according to court records. She said she put her hands around the baby's throat at one point during the delivery. Like I said, it's just a lot of sketchy shit going on with that. I don't know. I've never heard that. Like, when there's a show like that, I didn't know I was pregnant or something like that. Like, how does a woman not know she's pregnant? That's something I'm very interested in. That's a crazy thing. Oh, but he's her manager. Her husband is her manager and a co-owner of that company, so he gonna get paid. So like, somebody gonna have to buy somebody out, similar to the look. Hey, Jeff Bezos made it. He won, right? Because we thought he was gonna get. You thought he was gonna give up all the money. He only came off with like $35 billion. Only $35 billion. But let's get it. All right, let's open up the line. Let's talk about something. Whatever's on your mind, man. Y'all want to know what y'all think. I mean, me personally, I think the biggest mistake is comparing yourself to others. But I see some of y'all saying some other things. So hey, I want y'all to call in, because we are all friends in the den. I want you to share your thoughts. I want you to share your advice, whatever you think the biggest mistake is. Let me open everything else up. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for Wendy at all. She knew that her husband was out there doing what he was doing. She knew all these things were going on. And the fact that you sit there and you talk shit about people your entire career and you're a fucking cokehead, that's why I don't like Charlamagne the God either, because he's just a fucking darker Wendy Williams, because he's a broad too. That dude's real. I don't like the dude. Like, I just don't like him. He's like a walking troll. And then he be trying to bleach his skin. Obviously, it ain't working. Oh, I guess if I put the right fucking email in. All right, let's do it. Hold on. Wow, okay. All right. That nigga Wendell, man. I don't really fuck with Tommy Sotomayor videos too much, but that was one of the first ones I seen of his when he was talking about Wendy, and that shit was, that nigga's name was Wendell. That nigga used to average 24 and 13 back in high school. Would have went to the pros if he ain't tear his ACL. That shit was so fucking funny. That's the one thing. Tommy, I don't like him, but that motherfucker's funny. You can't deny that shit. You can't deny that. Man, look, hey, Jack. Yeah, she probably... That's what I was going to say. Like, that's just like, that shit chills down my spine. Like, who fucking Wendy? Like, I don't even blame that man. Like, shit, he probably was tired of her bullshit full of the powder. You know what I'm saying? She look, I ain't trying to fuck with you. We gonna stay together for the kid, but she on that powder. She probably knew all that shit, that he had some other shit going on. Shit. That shit is wild, man. That shit is wild. But you said there's a reason that Bezos had to get most of the money. Well, I guess if not, it was gonna be game over. You said, I got nothing, not knowing you're pregnant unless there's some mental defect going on. And that's what I'm saying. I'm curious, like, how? I don't know. Like I say, you never noticed the dog's on the chair? No, never have. It's a downside, but she looked like a walking letter P. She should be ashamed. She just looked. I'm trying my best not to talk about people anymore. But she talk about people all day, so fuck her. That's what she do. Yeah, because that's right. He had the rough guy. He sure did have to keep the share so that way they couldn't overtake it and shit. Let's see, because your belly was already huge and the baby just filled the space. That's crazy. The biggest mistake I ever made was pushing my grandma down the stairs. Well, why is that? Did she get up and beat your ass? Look, if you don't start the shit, you got to finish that shit, Jack. Look, don't play no games. But if you're gonna push it, you got to be able to finish it. Charlemagne the God type of dude. The moan when he white. God damn. I can't fuck with y'all, man. I can't fuck with y'all. No, you definitely don't want that. That's over with. You start sleeping like you're tired, chest starts getting big, appetite changes, smells, and everybody do. Yeah, we just start eating pickles and peppermints and shit. Start eating shit they ain't never ate before. Having weird ass cravings. Yeah, I don't know, Chad, but yeah, that's definitely a bad idea if you push your granny down the stairs. That would not be wise. Yang gang. Yang gang. Yeah, Yang gang is not the lick. Don't do that. Don't vote. Yeah, don't look. Hey, don't go out there wasting your votes and wasting your energy with some of these characters. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I said, I don't really give a shit about politics, but it's just an outsider looking in. I don't see what Democrat is gonna win because the Democrats are just too divided. The biggest mistake they made was, I don't know. I have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone has the same side effect, but like, you just go through. I mean, so you just don't realize, like, don't you have to have like a period or something? You just go what? Don't have a period for damn near a year. You know what I'm saying? Came from 36 chambers. Switch braiding skills. She's an electrician with that cord. You might get the lazy Susan the glass. Oh shit. Man. When I was young, the biggest mistakes I made was acting up. I remember my grandma used to make me go pick the switch. She had that window in the kitchen where she could look and see. The one in Beaumont, she could see. I go pick a switch, try to bring some. Nah, not that one. You need to get something bigger. Leave some leaves on the end. Whoo, Jack. Let's see, homegirl in the fallout with her baby daddy over dark chocolate and lemonade. You know, look. I'm gonna need y'all women to get some damn consistency with these pregnancies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you bring that small switch. Like you finna get an extra couple of licks just for bringing the small switch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a lot of Trump supporters. We got a lot of people who like Trump in here. You know, we're a diverse group. I'm neutral. I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't hate him. I don't love him. It just is what he is. But you have people. You have people like that chick, man. We were talking about it briefly. When I want to say Studio City called in yesterday, there was a chick who called and she was talking about some of the things that happened. And I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was an issue in a Starbucks. And she called this dude all kind of Nazis and everything. And it turned out he's a Jewish man with a MAGA hat. Montero, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Oh, man, I wouldn't. You know, and I've seen a lot of dudes, a lot of people that I follow. Some of them they call hoteps. I still don't get that, but that said that they find AOC attractive. This is just not my bag. Like, I don't know, because I've only, I guess, seen like from the neck up. But my thing is, I don't know. I don't know if she's working with anything else, you know, because I'm an ass man, so I'd have to see what's there, and I don't think that that's it. But you know, we'll have to see. It's just no way. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah, but the hoteps, like, you know, the hoteps, and those are like blacks who are business oriented, and they're not necessarily blind for. Like, I don't even know what the real definition is, but they call them hoteps. And the stupid thing to me is like, these are like blacks who are talking about who want to be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? And there's like this black Twitter hates them. Blacks who don't buy into that old woe is me shit. And I think I might accidentally have been a hotep. I don't know. But they called Nipsey. They said Nipsey was a hotep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they called Nipsey a hotep. Oh, he was an old hotep nigga. He don't like gays and all this other stuff. Like, what's wrong with all that? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Oh shit, hold on. I forget it does this every time the fucking shit switches because I'm using a different mic. Hold on 1 second. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's V
Okay, okay,
Darko.
okay. Who we got calling into the den this evening?
It's V Darko.
V Darko. How you feeling this evening? What would you like to share with the denizens, the degenerates?
I would say the biggest mistake that I ever made probably getting married to that first husband I had.
Huh. And why is that?
Well, we didn't really know each other. It's like I had been in like a long-term relationship for about 3 to 4 years, and then we had ended up breaking up, and I really wasn't over him. So, but I ended up meeting somebody else, and like after 2 weeks, he was like, "You know what? We've both been in long-term relationships. Let's just get married. Let's just get to know each other while, get married first, and then get to know each other."
Mm.
Sounds crazy now that I think about it, but that was like within 2 weeks. So we went down to a little chapel and we got married.
Mm.
And lo and behold, he was crazy.
Nah, you think? But tell me more. Tell me more.
Well, for one thing, I'm Christian and he's a Muslim. He was a Muslim, but he's an extreme Muslim.
Mm.
He was one of them ones that felt like you had to walk a couple paces behind him, and if you're on your period, you can't touch him. You can't touch pretty much nothing in the house.
Yeah.
And he, as far as sex was concerned, he said that he could only do it missionary because if his wife did it any other way, she's a whore. So, which I don't know what part of the Quran that's in, but
So I know I won't ever be converting to Muslim, so there's that. I learned something today. That's terrible, terrible stuff.
like we didn't even have sex like the night we got married. Like we had to wait until he felt the time was right, which was maybe like a month later or something. So yeah, that marriage didn't last that long. It was
Mm.
about 5 months.
Mm, mm, mm. That's.
So that was
Uh,
yeah.
I got nothing for that. I'm just listening. I don't even know where to go with that one. That's.
So I would say to people, it's just well that you just have to really know a person before you jump into something like that. And think back over that, I just felt at the time I was just really depressed and probably could have fell for anything at that time.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my biggest mistake. Um, Other than that, uh, I would say, yeah, not comparing yourself to other people. And I had this conversation with one of my coworkers. Are we at 5 minutes? Because I don't want
No, you
to get
good.
on here.
You good. Ain't nobody calling in no way. You good. Speak your piece.
Um, so I have a coworker who likes to compare herself to other people. Like, why is this person at this point in their life and we're the same age and we work at the same place and I don't have what they have? And I'm like, you don't know what that person did to get to that point. You can't compare uh, yourself to that person. They also have a spouse and you don't. So of course, if you have two incomes and they both have fairly decent jobs, and it just depends on their drive. Meanwhile, you may not be at the same place as that person because you're not willing to put in the work. I don't ever compare myself to someone else because I don't know what it took for them to get to that point. So
That's
I
true.
just don't think, what is it, covet? You shouldn't be coveting, what another person has or where they're at in life or anything like that. That's just my opinion.
I agree. I agree. I agree 100%. Like I said, you don't know what that person has gone through. You don't know what it took. I mean, hey, some people might get lucky. Some people might have had a tough ass childhood, figure some things out, and hit a home run as they got. I mean, there's so many different. Life is crazy, and there's so many different things that could have happened, and you just never know. So that's why I say I definitely try not to judge anybody as far as how they got to where they got, and just try to hope I can make my own path.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Like you were saying, you could, with the whole YouTube channel and everything, you could say, well, why aren't you at 5,000? Why aren't you at 10,000? I think you said yesterday that things happen as they should happen.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's meant to get to that level and you're willing to put in the work, then I think that you can get to a million or beyond. Keep cranking out the stories.
Yeah. Gotta keep grinding.
Well, that's all I wanted to add. I just thought I'd get us started off tonight. So some of the ladies call in. Maria wanted to call in last night, so hopefully she's going to call in. Yeah, she's saying speak up, so tell her to call in and speak loudly. Okay?
Ms. V. Darko, I appreciate your call, and I gotta reanalyze that story you shared, man. I'm trying to figure all of it out right now. That's still wild.
About my ex-husband?
Yeah, yes.
I mean, probably my first two husbands, because I've been married 3 times. So the first one I was married to 5 months, and the second one I was married to 10 months. So I'm married to my third husband, and we've been together 13 years.
Okay.
So
Third time's a charm.
I guess trial and error with those with the first two. It's like, yeah, he was and he was African too, so that's just a bad mix all around. It's like he first of all, I'm not saying all before anybody, or if there's any Africans in the chat and they just want to go crazy. Not all Africans are dominant over the woman, but a lot of them are. And he had that going for him. He thought women was beneath him. Then he had I think it's some kind of sexual dysfunction, because who only does missionary, for one thing? I mean, you may start out that way, but if you're doing it right, you probably should have been done about 3 or 4 other positions throughout. But
that's what I'm saying. I mean, in the first go round, I can't look. We got to make some adjustments. We gonna flip. We gonna flop. We gonna try some of this and see if I can make this do this. Like, we can't just hey, we can. I mean, we got to warm up. Understand. Kind of gradually increasing and stuff. We can start out that way, but I ain't trying to finish up that way. I mean, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and then, not that I give oral sex like that or anything like that, but he didn't believe in that, no way. Like, well, actually, my first 2 husbands, neither one of them liked oral sex, and then the husband that I'm with now, maybe after a couple of years, he maybe said, do you want to do it or something like that, but that's probably why you might get a lick or 2, but I'm not going to bother myself. But anyway, I'll go back in the chat and just hopefully somebody else calls in.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your call there, Ms. Darko, and sharing that with us.
All right. Bye-bye.
No, have a good night. Trying to turn it up. I was trying to adjust the volumes. So here is the deal. There's a lot to break down. There's a lot to break down from what Miss Darko just shared with us. I don't know what kind of man. I mean, you sure they don't like it, or you just not good at it? So what kind of man don't like oral? Like, what kind of man? I don't, man. What kind of Muslim missionary? Terrible. African? Terrible. That nigga just want to read books and shit. He ain't trying to get no that. Whew. I don't know. I'm just fucking with you, Miss V Darko. But interesting. Interesting. I don't know. There are some biters out there. That's a problem. That's tough. Whew. But the first two don't count. If they didn't even make a year, the first two don't even count. Those were just like test drives. You know what I'm saying? So we'll say this your first one. You know, we'll make this official. We will rewrite the rule book and shit. Man, really? Huh? That changed my whole perspective. And I say if just like I said, if anything ever happened with my relationship, shit, I'm going to give me one of them old foreign Africans. But if they ain't with the shit, then they can stay where they at. Goddamn it. Shit, you know. That's terrible. Mission, like here, you know what's super funny though? Missionary position. Like, where does that come from, right? Christian missionaries, they only believe in one way to do it. It's funny that a sex position is named after, I guess, what some people would supposed to consider prude, but you know, Christians be the real freaks. God damn it. Mormon, what is the Mormon position? You just don't do it at all. You imagine doing it? I don't fucking know. Look, that's what I'm trying to find out. Like, I'm trying to find out if this is a rule. Like, if they ain't trying to get with the shits, then look, okay, you know, I don't know. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. So I don't even know. You say like they be church. Oh my fucking ears. Oh, my ear. I got to turn the dilly-dally down. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
What's the deal?
What is this who I think it is? Is this the Cushington?
Famous Cushington.
What's the motherfucking deal, Cushington? Man, it's good to hear from you, man. It's good to see you back in action, man. What you wanna drop in the den this night, man?
Shit. Nothing deals with this one simple stuff here, everybody.
Already. What would you say? What would you think was the biggest mistake that people make?
People make?
Yeah, the biggest mistake that people make, man.
Fucking with hoes?
That sounds about right, man. That sounds about right. Fucking with hoes is a no-go. Man.
Yeah.
You sound like you over there feeling lovely, man.
Nah. I check the numbers in my phone.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely, you know, live at 5 in the den, getting it in. You know. Bad. Okay, anything you wanna anything you want to tell the people in the den?
Huh?
So is there anything you want to tell the people of the den, the friends in the den?
Don't smoke crack.
No, definitely don't do that.
Crack is whack.
Oh man. Yeah, don't do crack. Crack is a bad thing, man. It's a bad deal. Yeah, the people been missing you, man. The people been asking where Cushington been, man. Like I told me, you had to take a little break, but you know, Cushington gonna be back in action, man.
Yeah, I jump on to the 360 action.
You know, 360.
Yeah.
You get some of that the old mixer crew, get the old mixer action going again.
Human fall flat.
Man, like I said, I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna have to get some mixer action going or something like that. We ain't played Human Fall Flat in quite some time, man.
All right.
That's how I like to play. Well, shit, I'm gonna hit you up after the den.
Yeah.
Bet. Good, good. Shit, I think I hung up on somebody. Good to hear from my man Christian. Man, Christian had to take care of some things for a while, but yeah, he good. He good. Shout out to. It's just good to hear from my old Kush, man. It's a long story. When he's ready, I'll let him tell it if you want to tell it. Yeah, man. Somebody calling, but every time y'all call, it's like y'all hang up as soon as y'all call. So I don't even know who calling in this evening. Cause I keep seeing the number pop up, but then as soon as it pop up, it cut out. So whomever that is trying to call in, you're more than welcome to call back. Actually, it's 2 different calls. So whoever called in, let's see. All right, let's see what we got calling in. Let's see. I gotta turn my shit down. This shit loud as fuck on my end. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Edmund.
Edmund. What would you say the biggest mistake that you've ever made is, Edmund?
Probably not saving up for my 401k at an early age. Probably when I had my first part-time job, instead of spending all this money on unnecessary, like there's so much shit like I spent that I don't even have today. That there's all this money that I've made all gone to waste on things that are pretty pointless. And so I wish I would have started investing more, started saving my money instead of spending it on games or all this other stuff that I don't have today.
You're like 10 years old though, Edmund. So I think you got plenty of time. I mean, it's good to have the right mindset. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna not knock you for having the right mentality, but you got time. You can technically still use the broke college student excuse. But my thing is, if you would stop spending so much money on bowling and pluckers, you might be all right. I mean, that's where the majority of it's going.
Nah. I got the hookups now, so.
Oh, okay. Well, you
but
send me the plug. Go ahead. What you got?
It's kind of a something related that you said yesterday about females with no ass. Like, why do you feel like why should I avoid a female with, like, for example, if I know some chick that has a really beautiful face, but let's just say that she's not curvy from the bottom, from behind. Like, why is that a bad thing?
I mean, the thing is, though, it's like it might not be a bad thing for you. Just me personally, I have a preference for curvaceous, proportionate. That's just my personal preference. When it comes to women, you may like, more square, SpongeBob-y type, women. That could be your thing. If that's what you like, that's what you like. That's just my personal preference, So I can't tell you that you should like women that have ass. Again, you might like you might like something different. I don't know. There are a lot of guys who like women who are kind of built like young prepubescent boys for some reason. But that's just, everybody has preferences. Everybody has things that they like. I'm serious. I mean, I'm being funny, but I'm being serious. I mean, people have different preferences, and like I don't like. That's just, I don't know. I mean, that's just my preference, man. I can't tell you what you should and shouldn't like. I mean, it's just about, however you get down is however you get down. I was gonna say a flat backer, but you got the flat butters. But no, it's not about saying, like, I'm not hating on anybody. No, I'm not really not. I'm not. Like I say, everybody has a preference for everybody. Everything's not for everybody. This motherfuckers, this females who don't like me, I probably disgust the fucking shit out of me. You're a hairy Negro man with your overly large hands and other disgusting features. Your wide nose, breathing all the white man's air. Whatever it could be. Like, I don't feel no loss of that. I don't give a fuck. Like, I know I'm not for everybody. I know everybody's not for me. So I'm okay You know, saying certain shit, because like I say, it's gonna be motherfuckers I don't like probably don't like me, so it's cool with I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping at all. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is. Yes, feet. I got some ugly feet, and they might not like these big foot heathen beast, your clown shoe wearing motherfucker. It could be anything, man. Like I say, so everybody got preferences, you know, and it's okay. You know, it is okay. Everybody doesn't have to like everybody, and that's fine. What about you, Ed, man? What is your preference? Do you like the ironing board bottoms? Is that what you're into?
Well, no, but the thing is, well, when I talk to this, you know, to this chick, you know, she doesn't really have like, you know, she's flat everywhere, I guess you could say.
That's rude.
But her for her face is just, you know, absolutely gorgeous, and it kind of makes you take your mind off of like the stuff that most men care about, which is, you know, ass and boobs. So it's kind of like, you know, it depends. Like, she's not the type that you would smash, but she's more the type that you would date, you know. Fuck you, Brandon.
I'm just not. Hey, Bitcoin bouncing back. Last I saw it was it jumped up a little bit. Sometimes I forget to don't even pay attention to the shit I be saying, and that's why I can't look at the chat. I can't be fucking with y'all. But I mean, well, if that works for you, then it works for you. I'm gonna be honest. You know, pretty faces are nice. They are cool. They are lovely. I am a disgusting pervert, so a pretty face is good for certain things, but other features are good for other things. But hey, you know, certain women have certain skill sets. You may be surprised, ones that may not be working with all the fundamentals you may traditionally like, have a skill set that make you say, wow, that's amazing, you know? And so, I mean, you just, you know, it's kind of on an individual basis thing, but I know what catches my attention, and I know what keeps my attention generally. And so all I'm saying is what works for me is I'm an ass man, you know, it's ass first, and then we work our way up, you know? It's like, you know, checking it off, check. Okay, if it's not so much, we can work with this, you know, there's positions that'll make this work, but, you know, that's just me, man. So that's all it is.
All right,
Marie,
well,
lovely.
That's all I had. So.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you calling in there, Edmund.
All right.
I gotta be forgetting with Edmund. I gotta get back quick on the trigger finger to make sure. You know, say something crazy. Look, here's the deal, Maria. It depends, right? Am I trying to date this girl, or am I just, you know, it's just like a one night stand? I think different situations require different things. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Honcho.
Yes.
Honcho.
Yes. Who we got calling in the den this evening?
Can you hear me, brother? It's Montero.
Already, yes, sir. How you doing, Montero, man? It's been a minute. How you been?
It's been a minute. Let me turn this down real quick. I don't think I have an echo real quick. Let me turn this down. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Honcho. So I was thinking for a minute about the biggest mistake that everyone makes. And I don't know if it's everyone, but I feel like it's a mistake that a lot of people make, is underestimating people that you believe that are weaker than you are.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
Okay, and I have a story to tell you. I didn't think about this for a long time until you had this session tonight. So when I was 17 years old, I worked at a sports authority. I was a college student at the University of Maryland. And I had this asshole boss. I mean, this guy was a class A dickhead. You can't even believe it. So I start working there, you know, stocking shelves, doing the regular things, and after a while, this guy just seems to start to have a thing against me. So he starts making me clean the bathrooms and doing all this nasty shit that, you know, like sweeping up the dumpster material in the back, like things that aren't even part of the job description.
Yeah.
But I'm a 17-year-old kid, you know, just got into college, just turned 18, and you know, I need money. You know, it's just something that I put up with. And one day, my girlfriend comes in, and she looks good, and he just kind of looks at me like he's a little bit jealous, you know. And she would keep coming in after that to, you know, pick me up. You know, we'd go out, and he would. It seemed like he'd just get more and more animosity, you know, towards me, making me do more and more crazy stuff. You know, like I'd clean the bathroom, and he would basically say, "It's not clean enough. You need to get that toilet bowl more. You need to, you know, get the floors more." Like, he was just picking on me, man. And so a couple months go by, and essentially, you know, we are not on good terms, but I'm putting up with it because he's my boss.
Yeah.
You know, he's over me, and I'm, you know, beneath him. So one day I come in, and I'm stocking the shelves, and my girlfriend calls me and tells me to meet her outside. So I go out in the parking lot to say hello, and he comes storming out and says, "You are against company policy. You have left the premises. That is against. You're fired. You're fired." Anyway, he fires me, humiliates me in front of my girlfriend. You know, so it is what it is. College job. You know, I go on with the rest of my life. So I graduate college, and many years later, I become a police officer, and I'm a rookie cop, Honcho. I'm in Baltimore City, and I'm working down at the power plant. I don't know if you know what the power plant is in Baltimore. It's like the club district.
Okay, no, I hadn't heard of it.
And I'm supposed to be on foot that night, but my sergeant comes up and tells me, "You got to man this car. You know, just we have nobody else to man this patrol car. You got to get into it. Just sit here. You know, don't do anything crazy. You know, I'm a rookie. I don't know what I'm doing." And so right outside the power plant is basically a traffic circle that goes around. So people like limos pulling up people and dropping them off, and, you know, cabs picking up girls and bringing them home. So this car pulls around and comes right by me and crashes into the curb. Nothing major, but hits the curb. You know, I'm a young cop. I think he's a drunk driver, and I say, you know, let me see what this is about. First traffic stop ever, Honcho, as a police officer. I light up the lights. I put on the siren. He pulls over, and I get out the car, and I walk up. I shit you not, Honcho. Who is it? Motherfucking Craig. Craig from Sports Authority. Fucking Craig. Looking 10 years older, like he hasn't been laid in 5 years. Just looking so disgusting, drunk as shit. And he's looking at me, and the motherfucker's like, you look familiar. And I'm like, nah, you don't know me, but let me see your license and registration. Yeah. This motherfucker hands me a Subway napkin. I asked for his license and registration, and he hands me a fucking Subway napkin. So, Honcho, I mean, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, like, if you ever wanted to have revenge on a motherfucker, like, this was the time to do it. Yeah. I mean, it's this dude. I don't remember, but I think he was even wearing, like, a Sports Authority polo. I don't remember, but hands me a Subway napkin, and I'm like, listen, Craig, this isn't going to suffice. I need to see your license.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he's like, how do you know my name's Craig? So I look at him and I'm like, you really don't remember me? And he's staring at me, you know, eyes glassed over, all fucked up. You really don't remember me? Nah, bruh, I don't remember you. Got the Subway napkin in my hand. I asked him to step out the car. Because I'm not a vengeful person. I asked him to step out. I want to work something out. Maybe he's got some friends. Maybe they can take him home.
Yeah.
He goes to step out of the car and completely falls over and cracks his head open on the sidewalk.
Oh,
I mean, the guy's bleeding from the head everywhere. So now I have no choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have no choice. So ambulance comes. I can't send him to jail. He's busted up. So take him to the hospital. He's got to get fixed up. But, you know what cops do, they take your blood alcohol level, you know, all the stuff. And, you know, he heals up. Got to lock him up for DUI. And long story short, see him in court, still doesn't recognize me. Doesn't recognize me. I recognize him because that's, you know, you recognize people that fuck with you in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't really recognize the people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, see him after court. He gets, I think, PBJ. I think it was his second DUI. Anyway, I guess the point of the story is you don't really want to fuck with people that you think that can't fuck with you back.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got you. That's a crazy fucking story.
I mean, a Subway napkin,
Yeah.
Honch. A Subway napkin.
He was on his Jesse shit. Man, that's crazy though. That's fucking crazy. So did it ever come to a point where he recognized ever who you are? Did you ever, make him aware of who you are?
No, because the thing is, Honcho, I was nobody to him.
Yeah.
At the time, I was a kid cleaning the toilet.
Yeah.
And not that becoming a cop is a major thing, and like you have power over people, but it was like just that chance situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was that just once in a lifetime situation. And I guess my point is, I think a lot of people make the mistake of fucking with people that, you don't know, maybe could come back on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Man, that's fucking crazy. Well, that's crazy, man. I think that's cool, though, that you didn't, make a big deal, but, you were aware. And you just kind of, I guess, let him make it. We kind of fucked himself over. I mean, really, if he did all that shit, falling out the car.
Honcho, I could have fucked him sideways. I mean, I could have fucked this dude. I mean, but I'm just not that type of person. But the moral of the story is, don't fuck with people you don't know. I mean, this dude never in a million years. What are the chances of the kid you're making clean toilets, being a dick to, is gonna pull you over, and now you are not the boss anymore. I'm the boss, and I'm not even like that, Honcho. You know me, but it's just when I saw the biggest mistake that everyone makes is underestimating people. Is in my opinion. Yeah. Don't underestimate people. I mean, you never know, bro.
Yeah, you don't. I'll be honest, my turn, man. You probably better than me. I would have had at some point. You remember me, motherfucker, goddammit. You remember when I'd at least had to make it. Maybe I might not have, did anything additional to make it worse than what it was, but I would have had to make him aware. So I guess, but I mean, that's to say he's good, I guess, that you didn't, but I probably would have. I can't lie about it. That's wild, man. That's wild.
I mean, and I guess another part of the story is treat people with respect. Everybody. Yeah. Even if you don't like a motherfucker, treat them with a little bit of respect. You never know, like, how situations are going to turn out in life,
Exactly. That I do agree with. And that's what I say, that's my thing, man. Try to treat everybody, like I say, I try to handle everybody with respect. And in that way, I feel like if they ever do something sideways to me or they ever do something crazy to me, that I know that I treated this person, as best I could. Then, depending on whatever happens, and I don't feel as remorseful for any bad blood in between us.
Yeah, exactly, Honcho. And if you got to punch him in his fucking mouth, then you don't feel as bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least you did the gentleman thing.
Exactly.
You acted like a gentleman. I mean, motherfuckers nowadays, they like to try you.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in this political climate. Motherfuckers want to come up and talk shit, thinking that they're not going to get punched in the mouth. And if you do, I mean, hey, at least I acted like a gentleman.
Exactly.
I mean, at least I did it the right way. I mean, it's crazy. And that's the biggest mistake I think everybody makes, underestimating people. You don't know who motherfuckers are.
Yeah.
Be polite.
Yeah. I definitely agree, man. Never underestimate, because you just don't know. You really don't know what a motherfucker knows, what they've been through, what they got going on. And sometimes people just on the fucking verge. I mean, and you may be the one that pushes that button that just, pushes somebody over the edge, and you just really never know. So that's why I say, I definitely try to just be as copacetic with everybody as I can. I definitely agree.
And wouldn't be worth it if it turned out in a bad way,
Yeah, I agree.
So, that's just my version of the biggest mistake that people make, We talk a lot of shit on social media. Everybody talks shit. Like, hey, you might want to, sort of just restrict your words, I mean, you might want to just pull it back a little bit, depending on what you say. I mean,
I agree. But man, Montero, like I said, it's been a minute. I hope everything's been going good with you, man. Everything been all right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Always, Okay. I been working midnights. Haven't been able to tune in a while, but I'm glad I did.
Okay.
I miss all the degenerates. Love you guys. Just saying, just want to put my 2 cents in about this big mistake. I'm telling you, I see a lot of horrible shit.
Yeah.
Honcho, I see a lot of horror shit on the street that didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers get shot in the face for talking shit. Doesn't have to happen. So, streets of Baltimore,
That's wild, man. That's wild. Well, that's what's up, man, Mr. Montero. Hey, as always, I appreciate the call. I really appreciate you sharing that story with us, man. I think that that was pretty interesting. Like I say, you're a better man than me.
Cool, Honch. All right, brother. Take it easy.
All right, you too. Have a good one. Man, he ain't lying either, man. Motherfuckers getting shot for anything now. God damn it, I didn't have time to. I saw I don't want to talk about the waffle story. If y'all saw the waffle video I did earlier, I want to talk about that in a minute. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Already, Josh, what you want to drop in the den this evening, man?
All right, man. It's just, I believe like the biggest mistake what everyone make, well, pretty much just talk about me, the biggest mistake that I make pretty much is like always underestimating like myself or not really believing myself 100% like I should. Sometimes some situations will come in life that's like, I know what to do, but, I just keep quiet and just watch what happens. And then when, shit goes wrong, I'm the one up in arms mad about this shit, but I have to sit back and realize, like, hey, I didn't do anything about it. I didn't change the situation. I kept quiet. So really, it's like, it's just me just really having the boldness to pretty much do what I pretty much set out to do, really. And that's really the only thing that I can say that which is a big mistake everybody makes, because I know everybody isn't really confident like 100% of the time. For most people, it's probably like 60, 70% of the time, because everybody pretty much gets advice from somewhere, unless like you just have everything going for you where you don't need anybody. But so yeah, so that's just my thing about that one. But really, for me, one mistake that I made, earlier during my college career was I didn't really, I went and made friends like I wanted to, but I really didn't really go all out to try to do it. So usually I really try to set a goal for myself, and that's really to make a friend with every single race that I pretty much come in contact with. So currently, right now, I have, friends from that's black from pretty much all the way Asian, Mexican, Chinese, you name it. So I'm really just trying to really just get his name out there and trying to make a difference, trying to make a name for himself.
So by you
Yeah.
trying to make friends with every race, does that make you a racist?
A race what?
Are you a racist? I mean, if you're determined, if your sole reason for befriending some of these people is simply because they're a different race, does that make you a racist?
I don't think that makes me a racist. I just think that a guy's trying to pretty much explore, any culture that I could pretty much have a chance to explore. Really, it's almost like touring different countries. Like you pretty much you go to Britain or you go to pretty much China or anything like that. I'm pretty confident you don't go there because you're racist or anything like that. But so I kind of see why you almost asked the question because it's almost like, are you really building friendships or are you really just trying to do it because they're different skin color? But it's just me trying to learn different cultures, really. But
Okay. There's ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just seeing how you respond to it.
that's okay.
Okay.
So any other questions or are you pretty much good?
No, that's it. That's all I
All
got.
right,
Jack.
man.
All right. Got a little weird there. But here's the thing, and I agree. That's a mistake. People do underestimate, like say Montero said, underestimating others. But then I do believe people underestimate themselves, kind of like Josh said. And I think that goes hand in hand with what I was talking about as far as comparing, yourself. Because when you're comparing yourself to somebody else, in a way you are underestimating yourself. And you could be underestimating what they had to go through, to get to where they're at. So I think all these things do kind of tie up together. And I think it's pretty interesting that, that how they can all impact one another. You'd be like V. Darko, underestimating and the amount of weeks that you should wait. But hey, it is what it is. 2 weeks. You should have knew that nigga was crazy. 2 weeks. That's tough. Yeah. But let me fix that. Yeah, Waffle House. I'm glad you said that. So the shooting at the Waffle House, and somebody commented on one of the pages, R.I.P. Uncle Craig Brew. I don't know if they're really related to him or not. I have no idea. If so, that's unfortunate. And my wishes that my wishes go out to that gentleman. And my thing is this. I kind of want to talk about it a little bit live. It's actually about to kill him for abortion. I don't know. I don't see that. But here's my thing. The guy was giving out money. Now I don't know where he got it from. I don't know all the rest of that. None of my business how that came to be. Okay. But the man was giving out 20s, buying people's food and everything like that. And supposedly it got started, the beef between him and the gentleman who killed him got started because the woman that the dude, the killer, we'll call him the killer and the giver, all right? The giver the woman who was with the killer was upset because the giver wasn't paying for her tab or didn't offer to pay for her tab or, anything like that. And so I think that it's very odd. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's very strange that she would get upset and that he would do something else. So why wouldn't he just say, hey, chill out, bro, I'm buying the food anyway. We ain't come here hoping that this nigga was going to, buy the food and all that other shit, and you getting upset about it. Maybe she was upset because she wasn't getting a 20 or something like that. I don't fucking know. Russell Westbrook is voted by the NBA players as the most overrated player in the league. Yes. But I don't, like I say, the story is just odd. And like I say, you got dudes who go out here, I don't know if they call themselves defending these women's honor or what the fuck it is. Why would you do that? Like again, because it's 3 a.m, so I'm assuming it's after the club sometime. I don't know what the time frame is in Florida. I know here in Houston, clubs let out at like 2. And then of course you got after hours and things like that. But the clubs let out about 2 o'clock. You can go slide to a food joint, whatever's open. Jack in the Box, Waffle House, Whataburger. And so this guy must have been feeling good. He could have been drunk, could have been up in there talking shit, probably, paying for food, picking up tabs, and all of those things. And it's just White Castle. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did. I missed the first part of the joke. I see what you say, but shoot, he killed most brotherly respect women, and that's the thing. Like I said, the honor, the people's personal philosophies they're skewed, man. They're strange. Things that, like I say, he'll go and get mad. Like this dude, again, like I said, as far as I know, and this is making an assumption, maybe he did know the guy. Who knows? But this guy was 41. The youngster who killed him was 25. So I'm assuming that he would be with the chick who was around his age. So why would you get so mad? And then I'm assuming he had to get his ass kicked in the little scuffle, because why would you shoot? If you win in a fight, you're not shooting. And if you win in a fight with your hands, you're going to talk more shit because you beat somebody's ass with your hands than you would for shooting. Only reason you shooting somebody is if you mad because you getting handled and you like, fuck it. Or you really have to be fearful that they may have a weapon or something like that to do something to you. But if you win in a fucking fight, you're not finna shoot a motherfucker. Like, you're not finna put the cherry on top. You're not finna pop a motherfucker just after you beat their ass. Like, if that's the case, it would have to be some long-standing hate, and it would have to be some, some prior incidents, prior knowledge of one another before that happens. No. It was the man who shot the I don't know what kind of weird shit that is. Nah, but it was the man who was with her who shot her. So she was mad because the giver didn't buy her food or didn't pay for their tab, I guess. So him and the giver and the killer get into an altercation. Killer gets the gun out the trunk. They get into a scuffle. Then he ends up shooting nobody in the head. Ultimately, no matter how you try to spin it, this comes down to some fucking pancakes. Or whatever you order. Maybe they ordered some bacon and eggs. Who fucking knows? But it comes down to a fucking breakfast. A motherfucker was murdered over some breakfast because, one, again, if you already there with whomever, why are you not concerned about the dude you with paying for the fucking food? If anything, maybe the dude, honestly, when I'm looking at it like this, that dude might have been jealous. He might have been jealous because that other dude was doing all that kind of stuff. And so she might have been making some remarks. It might not even necessarily been that she wanted him to pay for the food. It could have been that old buddy was envious because this dude is breaking bread and he paying for tabs and he doing all this. And she might have said something slick like, oh, man, I wish he would have bought my food or something of that nature. And then he's jealous because old buddy flossing a little bit of cash or something like that. But then say it could be, she could be greedy and ungrateful. Well, I want some money too. He giving everybody else money. I'm not getting none. And he don't owe you nothing. He doesn't know you. A giving person does what they choose to when they want to. But instead, this man is dead now. Probably feeling like he was having a good time at the club. Might have had some good news, so he might have been feeling good about paying for stuff, buying people stuff because he was just in a good mood. He was having a good evening, and now he ended up dead for nothing, Yeah, that shit is, apparently, like I say, you would have thought it would have been about a robbery or something. Shit, you just kill a man for nothing. And now your ass in jail, and she laid up with somebody else because she probably don't give a fuck. If she willing to say something like that in front of you while you eating with her, again, you envious. Especially these young niggas, they don't want no competition. They rather go kill the competition than instead of improving themselves, they rather just go kill the competition and try to, I remember a dude stabbed his wife for Frenchies right there, Third Ward. That's crazy. And like I say, so they just rather go off a motherfucker with at least, I ain't take that L. Yeah, you took the L. Nigga, you in jail for life over some fucking waffles. Like, come on, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Waffle House. But it ain't that damn good. Like, if I was to go to Waffle House, they would say, oh, that customer there just got the last of the food. I'm not gonna go kill that nigga. If somebody out there treating motherfuckers and shit, I don't get, well, guess what? I didn't come into the Waffle House with intentions of someone paying for my food. If they did, cool, pay it forward. If not, then hey, let me pay y'all like I intended to. Let me go on about my business. The food was good, Hey man, look, all I'm saying is, what you got to do when you call, you got to talk quick. When they ask for the name, you got to put all that information in there quick. You know what I'm talking about? And again, yeah, if you try to do if you trying to be competitive, you trying to see, oh, who's gonna fight for my honor and glory, bro? It ain't too many. Who is that? It wasn't. I'm finna get all the Greek names mixed up. Wasn't no Aphrodite. Wasn't Nefertiti. Who was the motherfucker they brought the Trojan horse for? Helen. Was it Helen had the Trojan horse? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he shot him. I'm assuming he shot him from the front in the head, because they said they had a fight, and then he pulled out the gun and shot him. And that's why I say I assume he was losing the fight, because nobody, like I say, if you win the fight, you're just gonna beat the motherfucker up if there's something about that. But again, Texas lawmakers consider the death penalty for abortion. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll have to do a video about that. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna keep flooding out the videos. Like I said, I'm building up. And like I said, I'm gonna start flooding y'all timeline. I'm like, this nigga Honcho getting on my motherfucking nerves. Oh shit. This dude beat up this guy in my class having sex with his girl. But that's what I'm saying, man. The dudes nowadays, instead of checking your broad, she's the one that's loyal to you. Like, I can't get mad at another man. If you fuck my broad or whatever, salute you. Salute. But the thing about it is, you see when you research, oh, that's a bet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that. I definitely will. Hey, you fuck my chick, salute you. Me and her have to have a conversation. It's gonna be a short conversation, but we have to have a conversation. I ain't finna put my hands on. I ain't finna do none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what motherfuckers. I know Jay Diss will be on the gorilla pimping. You know what I'm saying? He might be hands on. Okay, I'm space age, baby. Space age to the death of me. We gonna have a conversation. Yeah, if you can take it, she was never mine to begin with. And so, look, we gonna have a conversation that, it was cool while it was cool. And apparently it ain't what we thought it was or what I thought it was. You go do you. You have a good one. And, what's the hit with the Star Trek? Nanu, no, that was more commended than Nanu. You know what I'm saying? Man, let her make it mellow, man. Don't look, don't do that, man. It ain't even worth it, man. It ain't even worth it. Ain't that big a deal. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what seed we are. It does not matter. We can beat anybody anywhere. Like, there's no worry. Who are y'all really concerned about in the West? Outside of the Warriors, who are you concerned about in the West that is really going to give us a challenge? Whether we play there or play here, anywhere. It don't fucking matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, give me that death penalty. That's the worst. Can one night at the end we talk about the traditional one versus the modern man? Yeah, we can do that. Are there traditional women anymore? The modern man is weird. The modern man is weird. The modern woman is weird. Are there traditionals anymore? Nobody give a fuck about OKC. Let me tell you what's gonna happen with OKC. Would it really count? Westbrook gonna try to do. He's gonna let. This is what y'all don't comprehend. Westbrook let Paul George do all this during the regular season because he ain't want to do all that, right? But when it comes down to the playoff, Westbrook gonna try to be the man. Westbrook gonna try to do too much, and he's gonna cost them the fucking series as always. So it don't even matter. But My thing is this though, man. Like I say, hey, it's a few billion women out there. You know what I mean? A few billion women out there. Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? The elderly women in church. I'm finna go get me one. Like off of Don't Be a Menace. They be in church dancing. They be in the church competing. Who got the biggest fucking hat and shit? Nah. But let me jot that down. I'm really upset, man. I'm upset because I ordered some Den merch to see how it come out, but it's gonna be a while before it gets here. Apparently, like I said, they still restocking some shit. That was like last week when I ordered this hat. I ordered a couple of things. Said biggest mistake was hoeing around. They say, why don't Wade that picture with his own break, baby? Because Gabrielle will put a curse on him, and then she'll turn his other son gay. But that's actually a good one, man. Because I think, honestly, and I could be wrong. Right? I had to put y'all on pause to speak for the Yankees. Outside Toronto, both of your team is a great guy. Okay, all right. But here's the thing. I think that there are more traditional-minded men. I don't know. Let me stop lying. I think it's a very small number of both. I think it's a small number of both. I think it's decreasing. And I wouldn't even necessarily say that. I don't know if I'm traditional in some aspects, but I wouldn't say I'm necessarily modern. I think that I agree with certain things, but I'm definitely not a modern dude. Not in, I guess, the full sense of the word or the phrase. I don't even know what that means. But then I can say I don't know if I'm completely traditional. So I don't know. But my thing is this, man. Like, that's a good question. Are there? Because I think there's less modern women. Because I think less traditional women. Because like I say, with everything that's going on, like the women who almost seem to be more traditional, they're like ostracized these days. Well, you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you want to be a homemaker, you want to be a this, and this, and they fucking other women. There's other women who do it too. That's the crazy shit about it. Not every woman wants to go out and be a fucking CEO, and I'm not knocking the women who do, but I've seen a lot of women who, they have an issue with the traditional woman, a woman who actually wants to get married. Be with one dude and, raise a family and do things like that. You see women fucking ostracized because they out, fucking around. Hey, if you want to be a freak, be a freak. But you can't harass and talk down on someone else because they're not choosing to do the same. They may have more traditional views. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah, and that's the thing is they make those choices and they end up bitter about the choices they make, but it's always a man's fault. It's just how it is. It is what it is. Women want to wear the pants and drive a man away. Word. In an Uber. And that's what I find odd, man. And again, like I say, I'm not saying that there will always be the outliers. There will always be those special cases. But I think that, because we talked about our women happier. Remember we talked about that a while back. Maybe about a month or so ago. And I think the general consensus was that they weren't. They have more options, and I think this is something that works with everybody. And this is a problem that I've caught myself from time to time. When you have too many options, when you have more options, decision making becomes a little bit more difficult. And that's the problem I think I've had throughout my life, because I felt like I could do anything. I can do anything that I put my mind to. If I'm determined I want to do it, I can do it. I sincerely believe that about anything. If I care about it enough, I can execute it, I can do it. But then you get caught up in too many different things, and you spread yourself thin, you know. So, I don't know, Broderick. Am I getting close to the days of Noah or Ayo Noah? Let me stop. Let me fucking stop, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, man. Whew. It do have me a little hot today. Like, not mad, just extremely annoyed. Because I'm just like, man. I forgot what I asked. It was like a straight up. It was a straight up question. No, man, like you don't understand. And I thought about it. I probably would, but it after so long, man, it gets on your fucking nerves. And my thing is just like, it's on some simplicity. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm still probably a little bit. Like I said, I'm really annoyed. Like I said, because it was supposed to be him and Wink, supposed to come on and debate whatever little issues, right? But my thing is, I'm really not finna waste my time chopping it up with the dude. Wink reached out to him to see what was up, and that's been the last couple of days. But instead of responding to Wink, who hit him, who was the one who talked about, hey, let's have a debate and all that other stuff, I'm cool with, I don't really be tripping, about the sauce too much. Especially right now, it's slow, it's not a whole lot of shit going on. Wink reached out to him. Instead, he hits me. Like, I don't really have too much to say to him, simply because, like I said, the last time when I reached out to this dude, hey, about coming on, we chopped it up, you gonna come on, hey, you good, you still good, whatever. And then when it's time to get on, like I'm hitting him, he don't answer, and then, don't say nothing, don't say, hey, I can't make it, or yada, yada, yada. I see him, he on the Twitter shit the next day. I'll comment on the thing, hey, what happened to you? Don't respond, don't do none of that shit. But then, gonna call into the show talking about, oh man, I fell asleep, blah, blah. Like, you had all day to tell me that. You saw me responding to you. You saw me, trying to figure out what was what, and then you're like, oh, I fell asleep. You're like, look, man, you fall asleep, you can't make it, cool. I'm not gonna, like, I'm a super lenient person. I'm not tripping. And people have shit going on. I ain't always on time. But if I got something going on and I can't make it, I always try to give a heads up. Even like if there ain't gonna be no sauce, I'm trying to be like, hey man, I can't go make it, or no nothing tonight. Don't want to have y'all waiting, looking, expecting, But my thing is just like, come on, man. And then, like I say today, the man that's reaching out to you, Wink, is trying to reach out to you, but you talking about, but I hit Honcho. I'm not even on the socials like that. Like I told you, I ain't even been checking my shit. As far as I got the little thing when I do get on, but like I said, I didn't even really get on the soft shit today. Just to post my shit up, but that wasn't. I think I didn't even check nothing. So I hadn't talked to you about nothing about, Wink has been the man that's hitting you for the last 2 days trying to see what's up with it, as far as whatever. And you don't respond back to that man, but then talk about you, shit, my thing is, I don't really care either way. Like I say, that last opportunity I gave me, like I say, with that bullshit, like I say, I'm not reaching out to you. I ain't got nothing. But my thing is, though, when he calls in, it's just like, I'm asking you a simple fucking question, man, and then you start going like, but if this, it's just like, that's a yes or no question. And the thing is, like, every single fucking time, like, and I guess, and I'm pretty sure, like, when he called it, I just probably started getting annoyed because I already know how the conversation's gonna go. But then I guess when Wink is a member of South Sports, the Roundtable. That's the other channel I do where we talk sports, just Houston sports though. And so, yeah, a different opinion. And I don't mind a different opinion, but my thing with the different opinion is, state your opinion and why you believe that. But it's never there's never a background as to why you believe it. It's just, hopes and dreams. And that's fine if you hope and you feel like that's fine, but just say that. But don't try to say like, oh, you're wrong about this, because I feel like, I'm telling you something factual that happened, that took place, okay? And nothing has changed since then, but you're telling me you feel like something magical is going to happen. You know, I feel like $1 million is going to fall out the sky. Somebody going to drop out of the plane. It's going to land on my fucking head tomorrow. It's not going to fucking happen. And so my thing is, like I said, I don't mind anybody having a different. That's the whole point of something. If you think differently, man, call in, you know, whatever. But when you're trying to be, you know, propose an argument and you have no foundation for your argument, that's where I start getting like, you just saying stuff like, you know, just say you feel. You can't sit here and say, I'm going to try to like argue the situation. Don't say you want to come and debate and do all this, and this. And then the last time we did have him on the have debate, he like conceded to everything because there was no real backing to what he believed, man. And my thing is this, like, you know, no, the sauce is on, it's on YouTube too. It's just a different channel. What am I saying? Because right now, what have the Texans done to make you feel positive? Like, my deal is, like I say honestly, like the Texans got their ass kicked by the Colts. And right now, what have the Texans done that make you feel like they're better than the Colts right now? Because I don't want to go another year just trying to win a division. Like, I'm cool on that, you know, like. And I'm being honest, like with a tougher schedule, you know, you're just looking at what happened last year. I can't sit here and honestly say, and y'all got me talking Texans in the fucking den. I can't sit here and honestly say that I feel like the Texans are going to do shit, man. Like, I honestly, like, we've gone from the easiest schedule to the fourth hardest schedule and have not improved as a team. You know? And that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll see. But right now, okay, but here's what I'm saying, right? If the Texans had to line up right now, we're ass. All right? The biggest mistake is thinking the Texans going to win. Yeah, I have a Discord, and I thought about doing something. With the Discord, because I have a Discord for the Den and for Soft Sports. I just don't ever use Discord. But I'm thinking about just how to make that work, though. But it's going, because I got an idea for it, but it's I think about people and what they got going on and how to make it work just properly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm honestly, I'm not mad that I've wasted so much time on the Texans. I wish I would have talked more Rockets, but they're going to get the playoffs. Like, if the Texans don't get no talk, they don't get no talk. But because I'm trying to stay consistent on that time so that people know when to find it. Yeah, nobody else calling about no mistakes. Everybody else is perfect. You know, everybody else is perfect. Nobody else makes mistakes. Discord is cool because I think they got like some voice chat on there. You can do chat with pictures and all that other weird stuff too. So Discord is cool. I've used it a little bit. But my deal is just they have not done anything, man. They're not aggressive like some of these other teams that are. And my thing is they had so much money to do something major with. And then I think my annoyance is because as fans, we're just like, it's cool. It's cool. You know, we're the best in our division. We beat the Cowboys last year. And there's so many people who are complacent with just beating the Cowboys. Like, what the fuck is that? What kind of accomplishment is that? All right, Cherry. Glad you could join us. That's the first time I think I've seen that name. I've seen you comment a couple of times. Glad you could join us, Cherry. Ooh, yeah, that sounds bad, Danny. That sounds tough. You got to go beat your friend up right now just for thinking about it. Just cause. Look, you just got to kick their ass for a good time. Even if y'all squashed it, even if y'all cool, even if you don't know where they at. Man, they got me for the free sub too. Shit, that bitch was right there like in walking distance too. I think they got me when I was at was I staying at Cougar Place at this time? It was right there, the little subway right across the way. I don't even know if that subway's still there. That bitch was in walking distance. Yeah, they got me for the free sub too. I fucked that hoe off. That was a big mistake. But you know, like all I'm saying is that it's just, and that's that. You know, again, I hope I'm completely wrong about the Texans, and I'll eat all the crow. If they win, I'll eat all the crow in the world. I have no problem with that. But I'm not gonna sit here and praise them and say they're doing a bunch of great shit, and then something. I'd have kept it as a trophy, just had it laminated. But I don't want to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and sell people a bunch of bullshit about the goddamn Texans. There's plenty of Facebook groups. There's plenty of other places where they can go to Noah's channel and get all that shit. and 610 and all those other places. I'm just going to be realistic about how I feel. Like, it would be a disservice to y'all for me to try to fake feeling like the Texans are doing great. Like, I overlooked all the mistakes last year and took it a win as a win. I'm cool with it. Hey, as long as we win it, we can still ride this journey out. I don't see us being able to make that journey next year. Jess, Sarah, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know, you know, honesty is the best policy. Like, I got to be straight up with y'all. Like, if I was just I can't be fraud with it. Jesse's biggest mistake, not coming up with a better lie. Outside of me thinking that people comparing, I think, let me see, big mistake. I don't know, because I guess I wasn't really super passionate about the game, but a big mistake probably was not just riding it out through college. Because the opportunities were definitely there. The opportunities were there to take it to the next level. Like, and, you know, not, you know, everybody says that. And this is something probably the first 10 years out of college after I left, I wouldn't have ever said. It just took me running into some old cats that had some opportunities, that did go to the league and do some things. And they got on my days like, man, I said, you fucking up, you fucked up. You ain't gonna ever play football nowhere else. You ain't ever fucking tried them. Like, no, didn't care. It's like, man, you tripping. There's motherfuckers that I've played with in the league, and they weren't on your level as far as from you was a little skinny wide receiver DN and whatchamacallit. And so it is what it is, though. You know, no big deal. But as far as sticking with that, doing something you don't like, you know, try to collect that first little couple of NFL checks. I don't think I'd ever played for a long time, even if the possibility would have been there. But it is what it is. But you can't see me on Sundays. Sundays in the den. I think the den will be bigger than anything one day. That's another thing I figured out too. And like I said, y'all just gonna have to bear with me. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me. Y'all gonna have to bear with me, man, because it's gonna be a lot of videos. And what I've realized with these videos, what I'm gonna have to do, because ultimately it's about growth. And I have to do what I have to do to eventually do what I want to do with the den, right? That's how it works. So there'll probably be a lot more videos about special chocolate. There'll probably be a lot more videos about these celebrity mishaps and mayhem. Because honestly, let's be realistic. Like, had I not done the Jesse thing, and again, like I said, because I'm not trying to be on the whole celebrity train, but that's what brought people to the channel. So I'm gonna do a lot more of that stuff. That's what gets attention, just being honest, you know. And, you know, doing other stories here and there. But like I say, it's just gonna be a lot more content. Like, I'm on a mission to obtain a few goals by the summertime, and by the time, you know, I relocate and get everything right. To do some special shit. So, you know, eventually we got to get rid of the green screen is cool, but eventually, you know, we got to get a real set and make it look cool. So she had a track scholarship, got pregnant, quit school. She had 3 months till graduation. Wow, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Whew. Cloud is terrible though, you know. And again, I guess I got to get rid of these goofy ass beliefs. You know, this is the world we live in this day and age, you know. Bring the people, you know, catch the attention for one thing, but then, you know, show them something else. The old bait and switch, nah. But say it was cool enough, I what I was doing, but the marriage did not fade. Yeah, definitely. But my thing is, yeah, and I think so too. That's what I say. You know, we talk about a lot of old shit in here, and I guess it's easy to laugh at because, you know, I don't engage in those behaviors anymore. And so it's kind of funny to laugh at, and it's funny to clown about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they had a Shipley. The Shipley was there when I was shit. Heidi, you're funny. Yeah, that's hilarious. That came and went. See, A-Ball ain't lying. A-Ball is usually honest like 85% of the time. But then that bitch be lying sometimes. But you know, man, ultimately, like I say, you know, you look at the shit, the bullshit you used to do, and you look at it and you it's a stepping stone. And you can laugh and just say, man, I used to be that kind of person. Man, I'm glad I don't engage in those behaviors. Oh, my ears. I like my ears. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's the motherfucking deal, Honcho? This Edwin Baptiste, man.
Edwin, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
Oh, man, I want to talk about that the Good Samaritan that lost his life.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
All right, I don't know what's going on in Denline. I had to dip out real quick. I just got out the shower, and I'm finna get ready to bust a move. So I don't even know what's going on. So I've been tuned out. I've been tuned out for the past 30, 45 minutes. So I'm just, I don't know what's going on. So if I came in and I just totally flipped the script, then my bad.
No, you good. You good.
But yeah, man. I want to speak on the on the whole the whole subway situation with the guy paying for everybody's meals and whatnot. So I was looking at a couple of outlets, seeing what they're reporting on it. And I came across the Breakfast Club, and I was listening to them. They gave they gave the dude Hicks or whatever his last name is Hicks.
Yeah.
They gave him Donkey the other day. And Charlamagne, he's having fun with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just going in on dude. I'm talking about he goes in on you. If you eat Donkey today, he's gonna really go in on your ass. So man, I'm talking about he's just going in on dude, right?
Yeah.
He's calling them all types of scum and all types of And so what's funny is they take calls.
Yeah.
They allow people to call in on their show and shit. And so somebody called in, and one of his best friends, one of his closest associates, called Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah.
And man, he's going in on Charlamagne. He's like, Charlamagne, you this and that, don't speak on my boy's name, and yada yada yada. You don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
And Charlamagne's like, man, I'm reporting the news. I'm reporting what everybody else is reporting. You know what I'm saying? He said, everybody's saying this, so I'm getting it from the source. And he was like, well, the source is bullshit. And he was saying the homeboy was actually saying that the dude that was in there handing out all that money, like he's some street nigga. Yeah. He's some street nigga that be they be hustling, and he like a street bully or some shit. Yeah. They say he, I don't know, the way he explained it, he just sounded like dude was a street nigga. He's not really as good a person as people making him out to be.
Yeah.
And so he was saying that dude was in there actually causing ruckus and actually was in there on some bullshit. This was his story. I just found it interesting. I just found that shit interesting because like the media they can spin the fuck out of a story. They really can.
Yeah.
They really can. So I mean, for us sitting there, sitting back looking at the story, we can only digest what we're given. We don't know all the facts and shit. But I just thought that was interesting. He called in and just, it sounded real adamant too.
Yeah.
It sounded real adamant.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, I thought about that though. I thought about that because, like I said, I try to look at every possible but even if that was the case, again, like I said, like I said, there could have been some previous history or whatever else. But
right,
it's like even if that was the case, unless, like I say, he started it. If the chick was on, because they made it seem like like they said, like the chick was mad because she didn't get some special treatment or whatever. If the man was just having a good time doing this thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, what was said is that he passed around money. He said he looked. They say he looked out for everybody except for them. That's what they're reporting. I'm just like, well, if he was such a goddamn good Samaritan, why the fuck well, he singled them out, you know.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
story just sounds weird. It just sounds weird to me.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, shit, it might have been, you know, look, because like I say, when he said 3 in the morning, one, they already know that's after the club. So that's why I say I didn't take it like he was just some angel. And again, like, where did this money just come from? You know, I already know.
That nigga was probably stunting. He was just stunting on some shit.
Yeah, but it is shit. He's probably the only motherfucker in there with a chick. It's probably a bunch of hoes after the club. You know how they, you know, they go out to eat. You know, and they just look women. Excuse me. Let me refrain from that. Hoes after the club. Yeah, it's a bunch of hoes after the club. I said some hoes. Goddamn it, y'all gonna have to be mad about that one. But you know, women, they want to go out to eat after they done got loaded in the club. They done got all their free drinks. You know what I'm saying? And all that. But yeah, but either way it goes, even if he paid for everything but everybody but them. Did they go there under the suspicion that he was going to pay for them? No, that wasn't it. Again, like I said, yeah, I agree. If it's his choice. Like, if you don't want to pay for them, like, fuck y'all. Like, if he has that right.
Yeah,
like, you know?
It trips me out because if that's the case, if that really would happen, man, that's some. You have to be a shitty ass human being, a shitty ass person. It's like, motherfucker, you showed up to go out to eat. You already got money in your pocket. I mean, at least you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So if I'm not going in there with the intentions of looking for nobody to pay for my meal. If somebody pay for that shit, it's a blessing. I ain't gonna turn it down. But shit, if I see a nigga going around passing money around, I'm gonna feel a little type of way. I'll be like, well, damn, this nigga couldn't look out for me. But you know, hell, fuck it. You know, I'm move on with my life. That's gonna be my thought. I'm not gonna act on that thought. I'm not gonna, you know, that's really that shit is so petty. It's like, man, is there really? The fact that there really are childish ass people like that in the world, ignorant people like that in the world, it trips me out, bro. Cause I know a few of them.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
But if that was the case, man, that's some sorry ass shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit just caught my attention. That the fact that it just caught my attention because I really had to go do some digging. I was like, man, this shit really happened. You know, so I just got to digging. I was like, man, that shit crazy.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. If he was 41, because I think they said dude was 41, he's still in them streets, and his ass should have been retired anyway, goddamn. But nah. But like I say, that's
and then the nigga that shot him, they said he's 25. They showed a picture of him. I was like, God damn, that nigga look old as shit. I thought he was a 41-year-old.
I see that picture. I thought, I say, if he wouldn't have that little patch of hair on his chin, I thought he was a lesbian, one of them studs or something. That's what I thought it was. But I was like, oh, is this the nigga for real? Okay, he got the little hair patch. I guess he good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's just all that shit. Hey, but I also want to segue into some Nipsey Hussle shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, but that Nipsey was one of the artists that I fucked with real heavy, bro. Like, a lot of people slept on him, but Nipsey, like, is one of them artists that are slept on that I wasn't sleeping on at all. That been fucking with him for the longest. But now I just want to speak on a little bit, on just a little bit, because it's still fresh, you know, it's still fresh in my mind. So I just want to speak on it a little, and I don't want to take up too much more time. But yeah, have you been doing more digging into it, Honcho?
Man, I haven't done too much. Like I say, you know, some folks from out in LA had kind of chopped it up with and kind of put me on some stuff. But like I said, I just my questions, and that's why I say I started thinking, you know, because honestly I said, you know, this, you know, that's conspiracy theory shit. But once I saw that lawyer, because they, you know, word around LA is this little nigga's just like a little street bum. Like, he had already, you know, he was a snitch, so he wasn't really welcome around them parts. But you know, this motherfucker's a bum, basically. He was known around the way as like he was a bummy ass nigga. He really wasn't welcome around the way. But then he has this top-notch lawyer, and nobody knows who's paid for this motherfucker. Like, and that's what I'm just curious. Like, does this lawyer really just want to do this out of, you know, generosity? Or is somebody paying? Yeah, pro bono. Yeah, or is somebody really putting some money behind it? Because the little nigga ain't had no money, you know, and just the way it went around it.
Ain't no pro bono finna ain't nobody finna pro bono his ass. Like, his reputation, like the fact that he's an informant and he has a long, lengthy criminal record. Like, ain't no, come on now.
Yeah.
Fuck, nah, hell nah. Especially a top-notch lawyer.
Yeah.
Fuck no, fuck out of here, man. Hell nah. At first, like, when I first heard the story, you know, I'm just like everybody else. I'm just digesting what's being given.
Yeah.
And then after I digested what I was given, you know, I went around for seconds. You know, I want to digest a little bit more. But this time I want to go out of my way and go and find information. And so, man, I've just been doing some digging, man, and putting some things together. And one of the first things, bro, that struck, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I don't like to believe in conspiracies, but I always do know that there's always an underlying theme with a lot of things that are going on in this country. So it's always more than meets the eye, and a lot of people they're so numbed down by the media that they literally believe what's given to them. Like they literally believe with the whole Michael Jackson thing. Everybody really believes these motherfuckers are telling the truth, but to come and find out they've been lying the whole time. They got caught in their lie, and all that shit got taken down. Like that shit ain't even like Oprah then got rid of the interviews. Like so, it's funny when all the facts come out, you know. But yeah, man, I'm just looking more into it, Honcho, and bro, the first thing that fucked me up is that camera angle, bro.
Yeah.
That camera angle. That big ass plaza, you mean to tell me that big ass plaza with all them businesses that nobody had cameras within that plaza. You mean to tell me the best footage I found was from across the street? Like that right there, that was the first red flag for me, bro. Because I looked at this video of this guy. He's been doing a lot of digging.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name. I think his channel is called The Lionel B Show. It's a really I like his YouTube channel. He's pretty good, and he keeps you updated on what's going on and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm looking at this video, man. This man went on Google Maps, and this is some shit I did it my damn self. He went on Google Maps because I couldn't believe it, bro. I just couldn't believe it. He went on Google Maps, and you know Google Maps got some clear ass pictures. You can see the plaza. You can see all the cameras that are mounted on the plaza.
Yeah.
You can see everything, man. There's like 5-6 different cameras that were aiming right at the goddamn right where it took place at.
Yeah.
Aiming right there, bro, right in that point of view. Nipsey Hussle, he got 360-degree cameras in his shop.
Yeah.
Cameras that would have caught the whole altercation, everything. Yeah. And so, man, why is none of that footage surfacing, bro? None of it has surfaced. None of it has bro. None of it has surfaced, bro. And you can't tell me that none of the cameras were working at the time. Like, ain't no fucking way.
No.
Everybody's camera at the plaza. Because Nipsey, I know for damn sure Nipsey got bread and he kept this shit right. I know his cameras were functioning and working.
Oh, yeah, man.
Ain't no way that shit just disappeared into thin air like that, bro.
Yeah.
So it trips me out because his business partners, bro. His business partner, his name is Cowboy. He's really actually kind of strange, bro. He's acting real strange. Like, just go back and listen to when he speaks on the situation. He's like, I let Nipsey Hussle sign for 3 seconds, and you sound too happy talking about this shit, bro. Like, you don't sound somber at all.
That's the one they said they went to go get the burger or some shit?
Yeah, like, man, it's just, bro. And like I said, I'm not trying to throw conspiracies out there because I don't like the way that shit sounds, to be honestly. Conspiracies, like, I just don't like that word. I just don't like it. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, man, there's more going on here than meets the eye, bro. And you honestly, if you following the story as close as I am, you'd be a fool not to believe that there's not more than meets the eye. There's a lot more than meets the eye here. And that shit, I mean, we probably never gonna get all the truth and all the facts out of it. You know, that's just the way the world works, and that's the way the streets are.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, that's just the nature of this shit. We never might know. Like, we still don't know to this day what the fuck happened to Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking, goddammit. That's some heartbreaking ass shit. So, yeah, man, that's what's fucked up about it.
Man, that Biggie situation though is real interesting though. Man, shout out to Broderick because he put me on something about the dude who used to be Puff bodyguard. Have you heard what his name is? Gene something. And man, if I get a hold of it, I'll post a link in the Facebook group because I was actually watching. He got like a 3-part series where he basically talk about everything that happened because he was there the night that Big got killed. He talked about the whole situation. He just talked about how Gene Deal. Okay, that's what it is. Ganedal. Like I was thinking the real deal for some reason. Gene Deal, and he talks about that. And man, hey Jack. Hey, it's very interesting, and it's like it makes you look at Puff a different kind of way. But you know, some of the shit he said, man, it's real interesting. Like
it is.
Yeah,
it is. I watched a lot of shit on their deaths, man. They got so much content out. I watched a lot of shit, but yeah, definitely post that link, bro. I ain't never seen that one. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Cause I just got done watching the Unsolved on Netflix. The shit they put on Netflix, the Tupac and Biggie Unsolved shit.
Yeah.
And it's basically them going. It's basically the tale of the detectives that had to solve, that they were put in place to solve the murders. And I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty good and pretty informative. But what I got from that though, it's pretty. They confused me. I'm left with more answers, nigga, for more questions than answers now, man. Shit. When I watched that shit, I was like, fuck. They say that the police had something to do with it, and I believe that honestly. That to me, that don't sound like no conspiracy to me, bro. That sounds, because at the time though, bro, like them was the days when motherfuckers was making songs about killing cops and fuck the police. They ain't making shit like that no more, So the relationships between cops and police officers were not great at all. They were pretty fucking bad, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking bad. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's not the case anymore. Hip hop is went in a whole different direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then, nigga, the police had a whole lot of fucking animosity for these rap niggas, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Honcho.
Yeah, because you encouraging. I mean, like I say, and I can see it from their perspective. Because shit, look, I don't care who you are. If you holler fuck me, well, shit, it's fuck you too, But I understand the associations and and the reasons why. But yeah, it was definitely. But like I said, I've seen some shit where Nip, he was like taking some pictures in the cop car with the LAPD or whatever. He was smoking a cigar, and they was cool. He had like a bottle of Hennessy or some shit like that, and the cop was cool with him. He was cool with like, and then what he was doing. So I think that they was working on the project together. Yeah,
LAPD and Nip.
Yeah,
they were working on the whole project.
The next day supposed to be trying to get rid of a lot of that gang violence, and that's why I say, man, it's just a lot of shit, man. You got to look and see who has what to gain, and if you're gonna look at it from a conspiracy aspect, you got to look at it and say who has what to gain from him doing that. And that's why I say, man, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a lot of angles that we could go down there. We might, like I said, because I've been thinking about if talking about some conspiracy theories associated with the Nipsey thing. Somebody suggested that. I've been kind of thinking about it, but I didn't know if I wanted to or not. But we might do that. We might still do that.
I mean, I wouldn't. It wouldn't even got to be a conspiracy theory. It's just you ain't even got to label it like that, bro. The way you can title it, you can just title it differently, bro. More. Just let's talk more about the Nipsey. Just it ain't got to be. And then everybody can throw in ideas. You're gonna have your conspiracy theories come through. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you might have some people. But hey, I don't know what's shaking on it, but I am aware that there's more going on than meets the eye. So I think it would be a great idea. I'm gonna tune in regardless.
Already, that's a better. Like I said, we might do that, man. We might do that. I think that'll be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, man, cause it's for me, man. It's an ongoing thing. Like I'm still thinking about this shit. Like me, when Tupac and Biggie died, I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
I was born in 1990.
Yeah.
Tupac was very young when he died. He was 25.
Yeah.
So I'm past that age now. So now I look back and I remember not vividly, but I remember the way my older brother, because my older brother, he was like 14, 15 at the time.
Yeah.
I remember the way my older brother felt, and other people around me felt. I remember seeing it all over the news. I remember it being talked about amongst my teachers at my school. Like, this shit was a big deal. Like, one of my teachers was crying. I didn't understand what the fuck she was crying for. Like, my brother was crying. Like, that shit was pretty. It affected a lot of people. But I was too young to really feel the effect of it all.
Yeah. So
growing up, I heard a lot of Pac, so I immediately fell in love with it. But this Nipsey, it feels like Pac getting killed in our generation, bro. It does.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's our Tupac, but his death it carries damn near as much weight as his death carries. Shit, damn near. Like this death carries a lot of weight, man. Like some niggas can die off and it won't be a big deal, but somebody like Nip die, man, that shit shakes the world, bro. It literally shakes the whole industry, the foundation of the industry, and it just makes me damn, it just makes me question my own mortality, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
because if a nigga like that can get touched, your Honcho, no offense, but we really ain't shit compared to the type of man that Nipsey was. No offense. You know what I'm saying? So his status wise, I don't mean on the inside. I mean the status wise. His status, he was up. He was a made man.
Yeah.
He was a made man. When you get killed, when somebody kills you and they go and motherfuckers, the whole city is riding around looking for one person and is killing their family members off to make a point. He's a made man, bro.
Yeah.
The last nigga, I bet you that was the last nigga he ever wanted to touch. And now he regretting that shit. That's why he turned himself into to the mental asylum or mental institution. Because nigga, bodies is dropping left and right. Mama, sisters, cousins, like motherfuckers is dropping. And he was like, damn, nigga, hold up.
That's what I say, man. It's crazy. Like I said, I think there'll be some things that'll come out. I think it's gonna be real interesting ultimately to see what's happening. But man, like I said, I agree though. And I agree though. But what he did, I mean, yeah, for the work that he put in, you got to give a man merit for the work that he puts in. He's definitely done more than we have. But I think I look at it as an inspiration to do more for myself. That's as reward for the people around me. Like that's just to be like a role model, I think, for more people. You know what I mean? Just what he was able to do from where he came from to getting to where he was, regardless of how he, ended up, passing away. I think, and I'm hoping that lit the fire under some people. And of course, there's gonna be a lot of people who, they sad and they wearing the shirts and they this and that, they gonna forget about it and go back to their regular life. But I think that it's gonna spark change, and a lot more people gonna start paying attention to what was going on that side. Even the people who didn't know what was happening, and they gonna realize that that was something different. So I think I think ultimately it's gonna have a bigger change on the world and some of these other things that have taken place.
Yeah, man, and I want the hip hop nation, man, just because the hip hop nation, they really need to come together, man. They need to come together a little bit better, bro. They need to stop beefing over dumb shit.
Yeah.
They need to stop. They need to they need to stop, dragging each other's name through the mud. They need to stop with the little nonsense, bro. They need to start uplifting each other. They need to, the hip hop industry, bro, they need to do something differently, bro, because these niggas are dying off. These niggas are getting picked off, nigga. They dropping like flies now, nigga. The fuck?
But the thing is, man, like they gotta get rid of them egos, man. Because as long as you still have niggas, especially some of these little niggas with the mentalities of the Kodaks and shit like that. Because I saw that little whole ass apology that little fake ass, even though I'm apologizing if I said, even though I didn't say nothing. Like if you can't see and you giving them a little half-ass apology, one, that's not genuine shit. Even dudes, I said dude, and oh yeah, Nipsey, and I got the Nipsey blood, like that type. As long as you have that shit permeating, and again, like I said, even when he was doing that shit, if you look at the little live as it's going, it's them little hearts going off. Motherfuckers, just the little hearts going off. So people showing love all through what he's saying, and that tells you that mentality's out there deep. It's a lot of people that think like that, and it's a fucked up way to be.
Yeah, well, the motherfuckers that follow him are some little brain dead ass, oxycontin popping fried ass little kids. Brains is fried, bro. Like these little Molly popping dumbass little motherfucker. Like I ain't trying to offend the millennials or the youngsters, but man, a lot of y'all are fucked. Like straight up, man, y'all are fucked. I don't understand this shit, dog. Cause I gotta raise my daughter in this shit, so I gotta negate everything. I just can't raise her. I have to raise her, and I gotta shield her. I gotta do all kind of bullshit because the world is trying to teach my daughter shit that goes against the grain. Like I ain't how I teach my daughter at the house. But when she leave the house, she gonna get exposed to all this other bullshit. But yeah, bro, these youngsters, bro, god damn, man, like disrespecting a widow, bro. And then and you know what and I love seeing this shit too. I loved it. I love this shit. This nigga Wayne checked the fuck out of that nigga, bro. I mean,
Wayne
checked
did?
the fuck out of him. That nigga Wayne checked the fuck out of him. Cause that's Wayne's baby mama.
Yeah.
Bro, Wayne checked the fuck out of this nigga, bro. I'm talking about nigga. Check the fuck out of this nigga. Pretty much told him, nigga, I'm gonna put some money on your head, boy. You better shut the fuck up.
No word.
I can't remember what that post was, but he was like, nigga, don't you ever open up your mouth and speak on my baby mama's name. And he said, I don't play that shit or some shit like that. I don't play like that. And he was like, he's like, I'll end your fucking career. And he was like, matter of fact, I'll fuck around and end your life, nigga. Like, I was just like, damn, Wayne, hold up, nigga.
Yeah, goddamn.
we all know, we all know how far his reach. You know, he can reach across the world and get you.
Yeah.
Like Wayne, first of all, Wayne is as made as it gets when it comes down to hip. Like, there's only like 3 or 4 other niggas in the hip hop game I can say they got more pull than Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not many.
Yeah.
So if that nigga, if he's done it for you, yeah, bro, you might as well cash in your chips, nigga. It's a wrap.
That's
so
funny. That's wild.
I ain't gonna lie, he just digging himself a bigger hole, and I ain't never said this about a rapper before, but man, if he goes, nigga.
Yeah.
So what? So be it. He's asking for it, nigga. You out here asking for that shit, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You want that fucking smoke?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he wants to smoke. He said it make life better. Life is more fun with the smoke, is what he said. So shit. You know?
He invites it. Well, guess what, nigga? I hope your motherfucking ass I hope you goddamn can breathe, nigga, in the fucking burning house, cause that's the fuck on there. You gonna get all the smoke in the world, nigga. Your ass gonna die of smoke inhalation, nigga. Like, that's how bad it's gonna get to your dumb ass.
Yeah.
Like, damn. And man, and I don't understand, bro. Like, why do it? Like why? Like, cause I know you just cloud chasing, but like, for what, nigga? Like, you see what happened to 6ix9ine. That nigga was he was wilding the fuck out. And now look at him. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done. He's done. He's singing away right now.
Yeah. Like I said, they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn today. He gonna figure it out though. It's gonna be cool. Like I said, if something happens, I'm not concerned about Kodak. The little young niggas, they'll be all, oh, it's fucked up, this, and this. But that nigga asked for it, so shit. He gonna,
I'll put some pistachios on Kodak Black's head. I'll put some pistachios on the nigga head right now, bro. Any of y'all niggas in the chat right now who feeling real froggy, nigga, know?
Man, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go into the pistachio account, man. Pull out the hit the safe, man. You know what I'm saying? What's them hoes called? Wonderful pistachios. I'm gonna have to go hit the safe on the pistachios, man.
Hey, you got some loyal ass followers, nigga. Shit, somebody might butt, nigga. Somebody might jump all over that shit.
I'm just gonna get a DM somewhere. So where the pistachios at, man? I'm just gonna be like, shit. You gonna see all the things that's gonna be trending. Kodak done got hit. The niggas gonna go, I want the pistachios, man. I want them in unmarked shells.
Oh,
God damn.
Oh shit, man. Oh man, but man, appreciate it for letting me call in, man. It's always good talking to you, bro.
Already, man. I always appreciate the calls there, but man.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, that's better. Like, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna post that thing in the chat, man, so you can see that Gene Deal thing. But like I say, it's pretty interesting. I think you'll.
Oh yeah, please do that, bro. Cause I thought I saw everything there was to see on this Tupac and Biggie shit, but shit, like it's man. It's like a rabbit hole when you jump into that shit. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's wild. It's real wild. That's a BT. Like I said, I'll shoot that to you. I appreciate the call, though, man.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime, bro.
Already.
Yep.
Man. I'm thinking on that note, we're low with the border, but I think we ended on that one. I think that's a solid end. Covered a couple of different things. Man, look. Yeah, little Kodak nigga, that nigga there disrespectful. But then again, when niggas head first, here's the deal. Like, that motherfucker ain't gonna learn shit. They keep getting it out, you know what I'm saying? You got an opportunity that you continue to fuck up. It is what it is. If you're gonna continue to make those choices to fuck that shit up, you can continue to fucking, blow your opportunity, and that's on you, man. And then you're gonna really disservice yourself with a lot of people in the industry. And it's not even just on some gangster shit. Like, you signed to a label, and motherfuckers, they will cut ties with your motherfucking ass with the quickness. You know what I'm saying? They will discontinue any kind of whatever you got going on, man, and they have no problem with that. And they're gonna say whatever. What y'all talking about over here? I done cut the line. Y'all trying to get me to activate. I don't know, man. I think we done. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot I got started 15 minutes. I'm taking the time as fucking whatever. Yeah, he did. Yeah, the little child rape shit is terrible too. That's what I'm saying. Like, but the thing about the child rape, it wasn't necessarily child. But he's allegedly raped a high school chick. But apparently, they say she wasn't a minor. That she was. So I'm assuming she was 18, or maybe she wasn't too bright. She might be 19 in high school. But either way it go, rape is rape, and that shit is unjustifiable. You know, however you choose to look at it. But yeah, I forgot. Like I said, I got started a little bit late, so we're gonna get ready to wind it down because you know, I gotta take care of a thing or two. Try to supposedly hit this gym and get right. We'll see. I think I sustained an injury, but we'll see what happens. But again, here's the deal, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all for sticking it out, everybody chopping it up, and just enjoying some good old conversation, man. I appreciate the calls, and we'll be back at it again mañana. Expect more content. I'm going to be flooding your timelines, your YouTube timelines. If you got interesting stories you want me to talk about, man, shoot them to me. Again, either via the Den Show Live at Gmail or through one of the social media platforms. Like I say, when I'm on the PC, I'll have all my socials up, so we'll make it shake. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Oh man, you ain't been in the chat. I like the last 2 times. I ain't think you been in the chat. All right, Jay, because I'm gonna look. I ain't know because look. I'm gonna let you back because I missed you early because I had to go take care of something. You know, I'm gonna give the professor some special treatment, man. Let me pull it up. I ain't know it was you calling here, man. 'Cause I ain't seen you in the chat, so I figured you was tapped out of sleep or something. I ain't, you know. I was like, well, shit, Jay Dizzle had a night off. Let me see where we at. All right, you activated, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my deal is this, man. I guess, like I say, well, not my deal is this, but like I say, we're gonna keep the motherfucking me conversation going. And like I say, just if you got news, if you got stuff you want to share, you know, shoot it to you can shoot it to the DM on the gram. You can shoot it to the email. You can send a text. What other platforms? Uh-oh. So I got the line up for you, man. I'm waiting on your call, man. I got you. You the line activated. Yeah, I kill it for everybody else, but I'll take the call from the professor, El Profesorio. I know that ain't how you say it. That's all kind of fucked up. But what the fuck? I see it activated on the phone. Why the fucking call ain't on the deal? I ain't got it hooked up to it should be calling. I don't know why it's not coming through the. Yeah, waiting. I see you calling in, but it's not coming through the. I got it set up on the PC because I don't have it set up through the phone. I have it just on the PC, and so I see it coming through on the phone because whenever somebody calls it, it shows up on both. But I'm trying to give the professor this call. I might have to call back again. Like I said, I don't know why it's tripping. Because like I said, I see you calling on the phone. I see whoever's calling. I can't tell. On the phone, I can't tell. On the PC, I can usually tell what the number is. So usually, sometimes it come up all crazy. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on. My fault. Hold on. I might have to fix the audio real quick. Change the audio. All right, can you hear me now?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I had to change the mic. All right, there we go. All right. What you want to drop in the den this evening?
I'm going to drop how you hold me twice tonight. That's fucked up, Honcho.
Man, look, you got to blame the first one on Noah just because it's the easiest thing to do. The second time, I ain't see you in the chat. I thought you was taking a night off, so that's my fault on that one. So, but I opened it back up, man.
I ain't no night off. Shit, I'm still working, nigga. I'm trying to find a place to fuck so I can go to sleep. Shit, I'm tired to the fit.
Well, what's on your mind, Jay Dizzle, man? What you got going on, man?
Just a lot on my goddamn mind right now.
All right, well, it's the place to get up.
Fucking bunch. First of all the shit that I sent you, nigga, you ain't watch or read none of that shit. That's the shit you should have been talking about today. What the fuck?
All right, let me see. Yeah, I do. I still haven't watched that.
It's too late now. Them damn news stories gonna be old by now. But they a little bit, to me, it's just more fucked up than the shit that you was just talking about.
Would you send it through the phone line or through the DM on the?
I sent the stories to the den.
Okay.
I keep the motherfucker. They ain't no spot. I try to keep it kosher.
Okay.
The den topics, so I send to the den, and the shit about sports I send to the South Line.
Okay.
But anyway, one of the stories was about a grandfather that got killed.
Okay.
He got killed by a little dude that was trying to see his granddaughter. She snuck this boy into her grandfather's house.
Wow.
And when the grandfather caught him, asked the little nigga to leave. Of course.
Yeah.
Little dude didn't want to go. So they get to arguing and shit. Little daddy pull out the pistol, pop grandpop in the head.
Wow.
And this girl like 13 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, go figure.
Man, look. Hey, look, I thought about some shit like that in the future. I say, you know what, if the little one ever get into some shenanigans like that, it's going to be body else. So I ain't even going to ask no questions. These little kids are already soulless like a motherfucker, you know. And I'm not finna entertain nothing. You finna get your ass rolled, and you go call your daddy, your older brother, whoever. Hey, the little nigga shouldn't have been over here. You can get it too, goddammit. Like, I know I took some risks when I was young.
Imagine the guilt that girl finna grow up with.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was the one that invited the little nigga over there in the first place, knowing goddamn well he didn't want him over there.
Yeah. Look. That's tough, man. That's tough. At least know the schedule, goddamn. Know when grandpa. That's fucked up, goddamn it. You know. But I mean, I be thinking it's crazy too, because I know when I was young, I did some little goofy shit, and I was like, shit, your people come with that bullshit. Look, I'll try to pay kosher and hide. I don't want you to get in no trouble. But if we get exposed, look, I ain't afraid of your daddy, goddamn it. I'm a big little nigga. I'm about that.
The most fucked up ironic part about the whole story?
What's that?
The grandfather was a World War II veteran.
Man.
Yeah, he survived the fucking war to come home and get killed by a little nigga trying to fuck his granddaughter. Ain't that a bitch?
Man. And the cold part about it is, where is the moms? Where is the pops?
That was the first question I had. Why is this old ass man taking care of this teenage girl? Where the fucking parents at? That was my first question.
God damn, man.
Never said.
That's crazy. That's some crazy shit. Man, it's a lot of ain't shits out there. Because that reminded me, made me think, I don't know if I told you about the story about the little pops I read the other day. I meant to do it. He killed his daughter with the shoe. And, you know, I was wondering, like, where's the mom? Because usually you got to be a shitty mama for them to give custody to the dad. Like, you got to, it takes, like, it's almost like a nigga got to move mountains to get sole custody of the child. Because in the story, it was talking about the mom hadn't seen the kid in a while. Or, well, last time, you know, she had seen her, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, she wasn't staying with you because mom stayed in a different state or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, yeah, you must have been fucking up in another state fucking up. Because, like I say, it's rare that pops just get custody for no reason. So, man, that's wild, though. That's fucked up, though, man. But these little motherfuckers, like I say, you never even know, though. You don't even know. Like, you want to think and you want to hope that the granddaughter is impacted by this. But these kids nowadays, you never know, they might not even give a fuck. That's what's bad about it.
If that's the case, that's some sad shit.
Dude, man, this is me first generation. It's like
me only.
Yeah, really, yeah, exactly, yeah. You know, they say it's funny because they say, you know, shit, the shit that the world goes in cycles, right? And you know, they used to say the '80s was that type of generation. It was the me generation. That's when, you know, motherfuckers was coming up. That's when, you know, with just, you know, various licks, hustles, you know, a lot of corporate shit, a lot of different things. The way shit was just changed. There was a lot of greed. There was a lot of greed, a lot of cocaine. and shit like that. So it may not be coke, it may be something else. But do you think that this is one of those cycles? This generation here is it might be similar to how it was in the 80s?
Absolutely. And it's getting worse the further we get with the technological advances that we're making.
Yeah.
It's getting way worse. Motherfuckers is getting dumber.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. They're like the knowledge is way more reticent at your fingertips now than it's ever been, and people don't pursue it. They don't. They don't want to learn nothing. They just want somebody to tell them so they could do it and get it over with, but they don't want to learn and retain the shit.
Yeah.
So that is a huge fucking problem.
Yeah.
And it's not just young folk, it's older folk too.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to get with the technology.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just too much. Like damn.
And it should be easy because they designed the technology for it to be. If a baby can pick the shit up, because who was that? I think Beyond the Funny nigga posted that shit the other day. That shit was funny. He's like, babies can't read. These motherfuckers know how to find what they want on YouTube. And it's the fucking truth, though. Motherfucking little baby that cannot read, but you give him a phone, that little motherfucker gonna find what he want to find on YouTube, kids YouTube, or whatever the fuck else. He's gonna know how to use an iPhone, can't read none of the instructions, none of that shit. You know, they designed it that way. So these old folks who just don't want to do it, again, it's just them being like, they don't want to accept change because they feel like it's pushing away a part of their past or a part of themselves or something like that, man. You know, it's crazy. You better embrace this shit and make your motherfucking life easier.
I mean, I do it too sometimes. You know, I reminisce about how shit used to be. But, you know, I even had to say it to my mama one time, like, damn, yeah, I also remember when motherfuckers had to start fires with sticks. But you don't see them motherfuckers bringing this shit up. For real, though. So I try not to do that as much, but, I mean, sometimes you just get nostalgic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fucking hate this truck stop sometimes. Everything is the wrong fucking way.
Wait 1 second. V say, I got one nephew to be on World's Dumbest Criminals, went in to rob somebody and passed out. What the fuck? Was he on drill? Like, did he take some shit before he... You know, and that's the cold thing. A lot of these motherfuckers don't really be about that. A lot of these motherfuckers nowadays, they got to be on some shit to really go do some shit. They don't really... And that's to tell they motherfucker that they don't really want to do that. You can't do that shit under sober circumstances. You really ain't about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want all that. You better sit your ass down somewhere. God damn it, you ain't built like that. But that's wild.
They need that extra courage because they don't have that shit on the inside. Oh, and as far as the topic goes, as far as the mistakes that people make, and it's everybody, including me. I'm not no better than nobody. It's the fact that you don't think sometimes.
Yeah. And
you can link everything that everybody came in here and said to just a thought process. You know what I'm saying? Putting mistrust in people. You know what I'm saying? That's not worthy of your trust. Trying to be overly optimistic about people. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Because I have one of my brothers in particular. He got that shit bad. And he just keep getting fucked over. And he don't understand why it keeps happening to him. And it's frustrating. I'm like, nigga, because you trusting the wrong people. With the wrong shit. And you just don't seem to learn. You just keep wanting to give people the benefit of the doubt. People aren't naturally good. They're just not.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. People full of shit. And they'll take advantage of you and anybody else as much and as often as they fucking can.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And there's some people like that, because I seen the thing where the people was talking about they even gave all their money like to homeless people because they so generous and they so giving. Like, they can't pay their own bills because every time they get paid, they giving it to some charity. They giving it to some kind of, you know, person they see on the street or stuff like that. They can't maintain their own shit because they're giving everything away. Like, that's a crazy. And then to be a couple, you would think the man would talk some sense into it. Like, I could understand seeing a woman being emotional and caring, and the man, look, you got to talk some sense into it. But they both out there doing the shit. Like, that's some crazy ass shit, man. But yeah. That's people do, or you can be too. I was like that at one point. I think, cause like I say, especially because I grew up, you know, like I say, with the being a Joe's, we just thinking everything was gonna be good and cool, and it was some motherfuckers that wasn't so witnessy, you know. And as I started learning some of that shit, I'm like, hold on, Jack, this is a different breed out here. I better get right. I better get right real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be severely disappointed.
And I want to personally thank you for having that conversation with Noah earlier. that shit made my trip worthwhile. I was laughing my ass off, bro. I was like, man, I have never seen Honcho this frustrated ever, man. That shit was entertaining to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Boy, I was laughing. And then and Winkle, he wanted to say something so bad, but he just couldn't hide his facial expression.
Yeah.
I was laughing at that nigga too. I say, see, that's what happened to people when you so used to dealing with logical motherfuckers, and then you finally run across somebody who just don't have no logic, and they really think they do.
Yeah.
And you just sitting up here like, dude, that don't make sense. And they was like, well, how it don't make sense? And he was like, well, fucking think about it.
Yeah.
That's how it don't make sense.
And look at Wink that popped about it. What's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, I agree, man. That's what I said. That's my thing, because it was like, because on one thing that he would be arguing, you know, if you change the name or whatever it is, then he justifying the same shit he was just arguing against. And I'm just like, you're not seeing what you saying here, like or the fucking thing with we talking about developing players, and he talking about, well, you just said 50-50. This is a different conversation. Like, what are you? And it's just like, man, all I be wanting from those is answer simple questions. It'd be yes or no questions, and you just start making the shit complicated. It's like talking to that nigga's like asking the chick where she want to go eat. Like you can't get no straightforward simple ass answer.
That fucking question, bro, man. That question right there, bro. That damn near ended the nigga relationship. I swear to God. Because contrary to popular evidence, or recent evidence, I don't like if it's somebody I love and shit. Like, I just play around people. I call you out your name all day long.
Yeah.
But you know, in a relationship, I don't never call my girl or nobody out their name. No shit like that. I'm not that type of nigga.
Yeah.
So I got this thing to where when I get hungry, I get a little irritable, like everybody else.
Yeah.
But once I get to the point to where my head start hurting because I'm hungry, I'm irrational. I don't want to hear nothing else but about getting some goddamn food. That's it. And I'm a big nigga too, so you know I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she decided to pull this bullshit. Well, I don't know how the hell we got to this. I really don't. But I'm going to tell the story anyway because it is kind of funny. Especially coming from a dude's side. Y'all going to understand the feeling. So, you know what I'm saying? I was working in the hospital at the time, and I would only get like every other weekend off. So, you know, every 2 weeks, you know, I go see my girl, you know, I would spend some time and shit. So I go pick her up. We go to Beaumont, go get something to eat because that's where all the better restaurants, sit-down restaurants is.
Yeah.
So I'm already hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Nigga just got paid, got a pocket full of money, got my girl next to me. She smelling all good and shit. I'm like, yeah, this going to be a good night. Nigga going to get some good food, some good pussy, and then head back to the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm excited and shit. So we riding around trying to find a place to go get something. And every place I want to eat, of course, she don't want to go there. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we end up driving the length of the fucking city, passing up all these restaurants, and I'm smelling this shit because it's Friday night, so everybody out. Restaurants, you know, they cooking like a motherfucker. Yeah. So I'm smelling all this shit, and I'm like, damn, that shit smell good. What about this? And shit just wasn't nothing. Then she gets to the point where, well, why don't you just pick? And I'm like, okay, you know, and I got patience, man. I do. I'm a patient person. But once I get to a certain point, bro, that shit goes out the window. So, needless to say, I drive up and down this fucking city. The whole city, across town, 3 fucking times, bro. And then she just said, you know what, just go somewhere and we'll just eat there. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I thought about this Chinese restaurant that I used to eat at when I was little. My mama used to love this place. It's called Happy Buddha in Beaumont on College Street. Okay. And we used to go there, and the shrimp fried rice was fire. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to always get. And I hadn't ate there in like 12 years at that point. Actually, I don't think I went back. So anyway, I never sat down. We always got the food and left. Yeah. So I was like, well, I want to see what it's like to go in here and sit down. So anyway, we go in there and sit down, and they bring us, you know, take the drink order and shit. So I'm looking at the menu, and she looking at the menu. And you know how, like, you just get that feeling of somebody that you're being watched, somebody looking at you?
Yeah.
And so I get it, and I know what it was. I'm like, this motherfucker don't want to eat here either. So I just slowly slide my menu down away from my face, and she ain't even got hers up, and she just looking at me. And I'm just like, fuck. And I said, you don't want to eat it, do you? She was like, no, not really. And I said, okay, cool, fuck it. So we get out of there. They didn't even charge me for the drinks or whatever. So we leave, get back in the car. I'm smiling on the outside, but on the inside, I'm like, this motherfucker is really trying my motherfucking patience right now. I don't want to fuck this night up, because if I go off on her motherfucking ass, I'm not going to get no pussy. And a nigga hunted in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, ladies, I want y'all to understand something. I was in love with this girl, and it wasn't all about the pussy. But you got to understand, when you only get pussy for every other week,
yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. The nigga was like 20. Come on now. Y'all got to understand. So, hell yeah, that was on my mind. So, anyway, we get back in the car. I make one more loop of the fucking city. Yeah. And we end up turning around the last time. So, by this time, I'm not smiling no more. Yeah. I'm not. And she knows I'm not real good at hiding my emotions with my face. I don't have a good poker face. But if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm going to show it. Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, fuck it. I just say how I feel. It is what it is. I'm not going to fake the funk. So she fucked around and said, well, you know what? Why don't we just go to the very place that I wanted to go to before all this shit started? This 3.5 hours then went by, Honcho. 3.5 hours. Nigga, I got so mad, bro. I was on the highway, nigga. I slammed on the brakes and pulled over on the shoulder, and I looked at her and I say, bitch, you playing with the wrong motherfucker. That was the one and only time I ever called that girl out of her name. Yeah. Nigga, I cussed her motherfucker. I said, you know what? I got something for your motherfucking ass. Nigga, I hit that very next exit and pulled into a McDonald's. I didn't even give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. Man. Nigga, I ordered me some shit off the menu. I didn't even ask her if she wanted shit. I was done with her motherfucking ass. I ordered my food, went straight up to the window, paid, got my food, and I was eating my shit on the way to drop her ass off. I pulled up to her motherfucking mama house and turned that motherfucking car around. She opened the door and got out, closed my door, and I left. I ain't asked for no kiss. I ain't say good night. I ain't say none of that shit. Oh, man, the motherfucker. But it cost me. Yeah. It cost me dearly. I ain't get pussy for a month after that. Ooh. And we didn't talk for like 3 weeks because I wasn't going to back down and she wasn't going to give in to call me first. Yeah. So, of course, a nigga had to give in. I'm like, damn, okay, this shit just went off. Of course, I had to apologize and shit because I was wrong for calling her out her name. Of course, I'm a man enough to admit that. But at the same time, bitch, we've been together for years, and you know how I get. So why would you do me like that? Yeah, man. Don't do me like that.
Man, you better than me. Like I said, I'll be the quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be quick to just say fuck it. I'm with you on that, man. Look, if you gonna do that bullshit, we finna go get something quick and eat. I go back to the house and I watch some TV or do some other shit. Like I can't motherfucking me. Like, I mean, I'm with you. Like, and why does that happen? Like, why is this a story that any man who has been in a relationship can relate to? It's like, as you telling it, it's like I'm having flashbacks from more than one instance. You know what I'm saying? More than one relationship. Yeah. I'm just like, what, man? And it's just, it's like little flashes of lightning and stuff. Like, just, oh, I've seen this thing. I can visualize the shit exactly. PTSD.
Wait a minute, Honcho. How about this part here? She can't decide what she wants, but you know exactly what you want, right? Yeah. And if she's like, nothing, I'm good. I don't want nothing. Then I'm cool. So you get your ass up. You already know where this is going. You already know where this is going. So you get your ass up and get out there and go get it and bring back. And the first thing this motherfucker do is, can I get some of yours? Man. Fuck no. No. Man. No. Oh, bro. That shit? I'm not about that life. Yeah. Man, this is I done put 2 girls out because of doing that shit. You know what? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Bitch, nah. Man. I'm not gonna play this game with you. Man. Like I say, when I'm even now in the relationship I'm in now, man, I ask like
5 or 6 times. If I'm finna go, I'm gonna keep, because I know half the time I end up just grabbing something I'm just because I already know it's gonna be a bunch of no's here. But as soon as I get back in, well, you didn't get well, I wouldn't, but it smelled good, man. Look, that man. Can a woman in the chat please answer this? Why is this a thing?
They can't answer because they don't know they goddamn self. They don't know shit.
What old buddy said from Baby Boy?
No
what he said? Damn. What he said? Y'all some something what ass creatures. We ain't got no wink. We ain't got the movie lines down. Damn. What did he say? What did he say? What was the fucking line, babe? Unstable ass creatures. Did y'all be unstable decision making? Like the shit. Like I said, it's like it never fails. And again, like I say, it's sad to the point where you expect it. Like I say, I end up just grabbing something extra. And if she don't eat it then, I'm leaving it in the refrigerator or something like that. It's gonna get eaten because within a few minutes, it ain't gonna be that long. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like the call of the wild or something gonna take over. I don't know what the fuck the shit is, but yeah, it's man, look. Yes,
and it's women, period. It's not like guys do it too.
Yeah.
I have never heard of a nigga doing that. Because the nigga be like, well, I don't really want that, but fuck it, I'll just take that.
Yeah.
Nigga eat whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We not that fucking picky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then here, this is also what happens. When you decide to hedge your bets, Honcho, I don't know if you ever done this, but I done this. Be like, well, you know what? I know goddamn well when I bring this shit back, this motherfucker gonna want something. So I'm going to get enough for both of them.
Yeah.
Then when you come back, why'd you get so much? Oh, bro. Bro, what you mean? Because if you want some, here's some right here. You not fit to get none of mine. This container right here is all me. That container over there is all you. If you don't want to eat it, put that shit in the refrigerator. It's going to get ate one way or another. I ain't tripping. But don't sit up here and still criticize what the fuck I decide to eat, bitch. I'm eating. We not eating unless you want to eat. I don't understand, Honcho. You can't win. You just can't fucking win.
Man, you can't. You
can't win.
And it's in the rule book. Like, you want to win. You got to play the game. You have no choice but to play the game. That's just how it works. But you can't win. It's in the rule book. You will not win, no matter what. It's like it's rule number one. There's a bunch of other rules after that, but rule number one is men will not win. You can't. It's man, look, hey, it's tough. I see y'all in there talking about niggas be talking about car shopping and tool shopping. It don't be that bad. And the thing is, like, if I want to go somewhere, I go one deep because if I know, it's gonna be some huffing and puffing, I'll go one deep and go take care of what I got to take care of. But y'all almost be trying to drag niggas into a trap. Y'all say y'all got to go do one thing. Okay, cool. We'll go do that. We'll go get some. And then lure your little nigga into some other shit, some other alternative shopping areas, that a nigga don't want to be in. And so I do my best to try to find some. Look, if you're going to be here, look, I'm going to go way over here somewhere or find something else to do. Just, hit me when you're ready.
Did you just say that the females brought up
Huh?
Did they just bring up car shopping?
Yeah, car shopping, tool shopping, Home Depot. Hey,
that's not the same fucking thing. Because look here. Let me explain something to you women. Because it seems like y'all just don't get it. When we shop for shit like that, that's something that we planning on using for a long time. You motherfuckers are indecisive when it comes to some fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in this motherfucking store for 3 hours and don't buy one pair of motherfucking shoes. I don't do that. If I go into a shoe store and they got every Jordan I like, I don't have to try all them motherfuckers on to see how they look on my feet. If they look good, I buy them. If they don't, I won't fuck with them. It's that simple. So it's not the same thing. It's really not. Going shopping, I will never go into a mall with a bitch again. I'm not doing it. I don't go to the mall with my mama because I know better. I'm not doing that. If I'm going to the mall to buy me something, I'm in there 15 minutes and I'm the fuck out. And that's eating too. I've been a shop, ate, and left in 15 minutes. Y'all motherfuckers can't find a store in 15 minutes. Hell no.
Man, may she rest in peace. But man, my grandma used to have that bad. She was the slowest woman on the planet Earth. But when she got into that mall, she made motherfucking moves. She would tell you she'd be one place. This is like, I'm say, right when cell phones was really kicking in. You know, she used to have a little spot she used to like to go to. You know, J.C. Penney was like a Macy's there, like a Marshall or Ross, a couple other little stuff. I'm gonna be over here, so if you're looking for me, you know, I'll just be over here. I'll be ready in about 30 minutes or so. Man, you go back to that motherfucker. She ain't even in that store. I'm like, I don't even know if she's still in the mall. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be in that mall for a good 2 to 3 hours, like you say. But the thing, my cold blooded thing about my grandma, she ain't drive, so somebody would always have to take it back. But what she would do is, she would buy some shit that she had no intention of wearing, that she ain't had no intention of keeping, just to say that she had to take it back, so somebody would take her back to the mall, just so she could go shopping some more. And she would do. I mean, it was guaranteed everything. If there's gonna be 1 or 2 items that she gonna get that she has to take back so that she can go back to my boy. If you ain't want to take it, she would get mad. She tried to damn near do something. She was a nice old little, Christian lady, ain't cuss, she ain't never really had no trouble. She was cool. But when you wouldn't take it to the mall, boy, she tried to disown your motherfucking ass. She ain't want to talk to you. She ain't want to fuck with you. She ain't want to look. That shit, that was wild, man. I miss my grandma, but yeah, she was dead serious about that mall. Couldn't drive, but she found a way to get to that motherfucker 2 or 3 times a week. I don't know how, but she found a way. But that shit did.
And after all that, y'all still try to say that men are complicated.
Yeah.
How? We are so simple.
So when you say taking selfies is crazy, man. That's a tough thing, man. Like, I don't see how people can do that shit. Like I said, I take about maybe 2 a year, and if it's for an update on a profile or some shit or something look crazy, or my mama would be like, "Oh, send me a picture." I'm like, right. I got you. And they might send that motherfucker 3 weeks later. That shit there, like, I can't. It's weird to me to hold a device. Like, like I said, I've been doing this shit for some years now, and it's still weird to me looking at this myself in this damn camera. But taking a still photo of myself and trying to get that shit right, like, I take the worst pictures. We was at the little one had a game the other day. And my old lady I got it back because I'm going to make a stink face. I'm going to make a fucked up face every time you try to take a picture of a nigga. And, man, she called my name. I was on my phone. I was doing something because they did practice before the game. She called my name. And, man, if you see this, I looked like I was about to annihilate. Like I was finna fucking put a knife in her back. The look that I had when she called, like, it just caught me off guard. She took the picture as soon as she called my name. And I'm just, the look, like the eyes, is looking like I'm just piercing through her soul or some shit. I didn't even feel like that when I took the picture or when she took it, because I was just like, like, what the fuck you want? You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with my phone, and she called my name, and the next thing you know, I just kind of out the corner of my eye see that angle and that But in the picture, when you look at that shit, it's like them eyes are like piercing through her back. They could just, like, oh man, that shit there was wild. Like, I'm just not a picture taking ass nigga. Like, remember it in your mind or some shit.
And speaking of that, look, I'm going to tell you something, fellas. If you got so many pictures on your phone where you using up most of your memory, you really need to question your man card. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ain't no dude with a swinging piece of meat supposed to have that many pictures in his phone, especially of himself. If your kids or something like that, I could let you make it, but filling up your whole phone memory with it, it's too much.
And niggas, if you got Snapchat filters on your shit,
bruh. That's not player at all. Not in no way, shape, or form.
Here's a tip. The hoes don't like that shit. The hoes don't like that shit. I'm gonna tell y'all right here and right now. The females, ladies, do not dig y'all niggas with them feminine ass fucking Snapchat. They ain't no way. And if she got you taking a picture, she's slowly sapping some of your masculinity. You ain't peeping it, but she just she's lowering your masculinity level. You might need to go get a low T check. That shit ain't what it is.
She's a succubus.
That shit is not kosher, man.
She's a succubus.
I'm laughing at wake you up. Hey, look, you niggas with hearts on their heads and butterflies and shit, man. That shit ain't cool. That shit is, it ain't cool to nobody.
What is it, them panda ears?
No, man.
Like, come on, bro.
Man, none of that
the
shit.
Little bubbles and shit. Come on. I hate it when the girls do it.
Yeah, oh, man.
Because it's like, bitch, you're not an animal. So why is you trying? Why you got these ears in your? Well, it's cute. Okay, it's cute if you a kid, but you damn near 40.
Yeah, you got the dogs.
Your cuteness done ran out.
Man,
Yeah,
but
that's
they,
over
but they
with.
talk about this shit. They say like that this Snapchat shit gives motherfuckers anxiety though, like into the sense like where they can't take regular pictures. You know what I'm saying? Where they like they feel less attractive when they take regular pictures without filters on them, and so that's why.
Because they are less
Yeah,
attractive.
because that shit put all that.
That's the point. When you get older, you don't look better. That's typically not how it goes.
Yeah.
Now, if you know what I'm saying, you happen to be of the African persuasion, we're fortunate to where we age better than a lot of other races. And I don't give a shit what nobody say. Asian women are some of the most beautiful women on the planet until they turn about 23. And then it just, I don't know what happened. I really don't, because there's a lot of girls I went to school with. You know what I'm saying? They were beautiful Vietnamese girls.
Yeah.
And I seen them when they was growing. I'm like, who are you? I don't know who the hell you are. And she was like, oh, it's me. It's Linda. And I'm like, Linda, who? She say, we had all kind of classes together in high school. You don't remember me? And I'm like, well, I remember Linda Tran. And she was like, yeah, that's me. And I'm looking at her. She got all these craters and shit in her face. And I'm like, my first question is, what the fuck happened to you? Like, did somebody pour acid on your face? I don't know what happened. Their skin just get bad. They look like they damn near 40, 50 years old. They like in their early 20s.
Man,
I don't know what that is.
you gotta be careful.
Some races do not age well. They just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some motherfuckers that's rough, man. I've seen some motherfuckers who was, because we was talking about that the other day when when you was calling, we was talking about, was that on the confession day. Some of these motherfuckers, like again, like I say, when they was winning in school, look, that might not be the long term decision you want to make, because when you get out of school, it's a different ball game, man. It's tough. Rashida inquiring about your relationship status. She says she's trying to get the number. She's trying to get the hookup. She like what you talking about over there.
Nah, I'm single, ATM, single at the moment. But I would like to issue a statement. Just give me a few more minutes. I like to issue a statement to Rashida, because I know that she was a little perturbed at the end of the stream yesterday evening, and because she got this thing in her head to where I'm abusing my power. And yeah, I am. I do abuse my power because I got it. Goddamn it, I earned it. So if you don't like it, that's too fucking bad. You hear me? Too bad. Deal with it. So until I lose it, I'm gonna use it and abuse it. So it is what it is. If you don't like me, come dethrone me. Goddamn it, I welcome all challengers. I bars nobody. You know what I'm saying? I love you like a play cousin, but hey, it's fun for me. So if you want to take my fun from me, you're going to have to come with it. That's all I'm saying. And it's not challenging just you. I'm challenging each and every one of you motherfuckers. Everybody. So it is what it is. It's nothing personal, baby.
You say,
but anyway, what she say?
No, so you say dethrone. She say hang up the phone. It's going to be getting it. Who's going to get it on?
Well, we do need to get off because I know you're trying to end, though.
It's always some good conversation, but I always appreciate the call, man, because it's always good laughs and some very important things get covered.
All right, well, watch some videos, bro.
Man, I got you.
I know you're going to find them interesting.
I'm going to go back and check them out. I got you. But that's a bit, J Dizzle, man. I appreciate the call,
All right.
man.
All right, Chief.
All right. Shout out to J Dizzle, man. All right. You know, it's always good to a good call to wrap it up on, man. But I see this Melanin Monroe. This is a new name. Interesting. Coming here kicking up shit. We'll have to further examine this one. Then pull the kick though. I'm just in here shooting shots at everybody, trying to take folks out. Interesting. But welcome to the den. Always appreciated, But here's the deal, folks. Y'all know what time it is. Look, I didn't win extended. Y'all, I told y'all I'm gonna be fucking with y'all for 2 hours. Y'all bad influences and shit. This motherfucker 3 hours, goddamn it. But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Like I say, so expect more content. And remember, when we get to 2K, we gonna have a female mod. I know the ladies feel less represented. I know the ladies feel less, I don't give a fuck what y'all feel. I fuck with y'all. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel though. Well, you wanna? All right. We'll take a quick one from Wake, man. You know, we ain't gonna slide into the deal too long. We'll take one more call, man. I'm already over the limit. Fuck with y'all. We'll take one more, man, and then we'll get ready to wrap it up from that. All right. We activated. You good? But here's the thing, though, man. Like I say, so we gonna let y'all get it's 833-284-3336. That sound like some old 36 Mafia shit. But the thing is, the old buddy with the butterfly filter, you got to catch that one on the other channel. I don't deal with no shenanigans. Like I say, the conversation that we was having earlier about argumentative individuals and not being able to back up their beliefs, and as with the gentleman we were referring to. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening? Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. I forgot. I got every time this fucking shit switch up, it switch up to that. Hello, you can hear me now?
Honcho, what's good, homie?
Okay. Yeah, I had to switch up the fucking mic. What's the motherfucking deal? What you want to drop in the den this evening, man? Burger and shit.
Man, shit, man. I was just going over. Man, I was just saying. I mean, I didn't get to catch the whole show, man. So, you know, I was just talking about some shit that like Jay Dizzle was going on, man. Like, for me, when I want some peace and quiet, bro, nigga, I'm sending my wife to Home Goods, TJ Maxx, nigga, some shit like that, just so she can go get her some Ray Dun and get up out of my face, bro. Sometimes, bro, she got her little thing now. She got a little thing now. She be in the house, you know what I'm saying? Because I provide, you know, a lifestyle where she can stay home, you know what I'm saying, and like homeschool the kids and shit like that. So it's just like she be stuck in the house with the kids sometimes and shit. I just be wanting her to get the hell up out of the house. I be wanting to play Madden, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. And I just, like today, her and the kids, they left and I stayed my ass at home and they went to the park. They was gone for like 4 hours, nigga. Oh, yeah. Great. And nigga, I loved every minute of it. I loved every second of it because I was just like, God damn, I can just do this in peace. Nigga, I was in here raging like a motherfucker while I was playing the game, man. And it's just like, bro, some peace and some motherfucking quiet is always needed, bro.
Rage without getting judged, nobody looking at you crazy and shit.
Yeah, man. Like, nigga, I just be wanting to rage in peace, bro. Like, nigga, shit be going down on man sometimes, nigga. You just gotta rage, bro. But you know, besides that, you know what I'm saying? I was seeing what he was talking about when it comes to the indecisiveness of these women. And to be honest, bro, that's just the way that women are, bro. Like, they want you to be so involved in shit that they, you know, that they think they know, you know, the shit that they like, and sometimes it's silly, but they still just want to tell you, nigga. They just always want to be up under you, bro. That's only if your woman really like you, bro. Your woman treats you as such. She always wants you to just be like, you want to hear this? Or she might remember, nigga, my wife, nigga, nothing pisses my wife off more, nigga. If she trying to tell me something, nigga, show me something on Instagram, and like I look over, I'm on the den looking at you on the den, and I look, you ain't even listening to me. That shit run her hot. Like, nah, I don't fuck with Fortnite. I see Melanie Monroe, fuck Fortnite.
Yeah,
Do Fortnite. I'm a madhead, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So I don't even fuck with Fortnite. But it's just like, why? Like my wife always does that, nigga. She is so enamored, you know what I'm saying, with shit that I do. But she give me a hard time sometimes. But at the end of the day, I listen to so much Patrice O'Neal, and like before I really came across him, and it's just like he said, bro. Every woman, she say, don't no woman want to win. They want a winner. Yeah. They just want to sit back and look at their man, know that they can handle his motherfucking business, take care of shit when you need to take care of, treat her with respect. True enough, sometimes they going to get out of pocket, and it's your job to put her back in line, because when the relationship is failing, it's your fault anyway. Yeah. You let it get that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So taking consideration into some things that, you know, when I listen to the man go ahead and kick some game, you know, God rest his soul, you go back and you go realize, you like, damn, you know, nigga, you are the leader, because at the end of the day, your woman sit back at you king, she the queen. Guess what the king? Guess what the queen is? The king's bitch. And I'm putting it in a way that people are just, and it's not a derogatory when you say that. It's not a bad thing when I'm saying it. The word bitch can be whatever. It only applies to those who it's applied to. Anybody, I'm not saying it to anybody directly, but that's just what it is. And no woman wants to feel that she can't be secure with her man. Yeah. Every man has to be able to take a man, and when he looks and when he get up in the morning, when she sees he's motivated, shit, it's up to her to keep him that way, not bring his fucking day down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't add to the equation, then shut the fuck up and let me handle what the fuck I gotta do. It's nothing more strenuous than being with somebody that watches you put work in, they complain, and they don't show you that they appreciate the life that's given to them. I don't fuck with none of that. And at the end of the day, it's much easier for a man to go out here and find whatever he wants than a woman will ever find. A man can heal all his wounds just by getting some new pussy. A woman can't do that. A woman can sit here and try to behave like men and get a whole bunch of dicks in her life, but we all know a woman only wants one dick. Amount of dicks. All she wants is somebody to take over her mind, leave her, make sure that she's captivated on a daily basis, and that she can be elevated by. Because don't no woman out here want to elevate no man. Any woman who's the boss of her relationship and that she run her relationship, she miserable with that nigga. Point blank. No woman out here who's the boss who's happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Name me one boss. Name me one female boss you ever had that was cool.
Not a now nutter.
One. Just name one.
Not a now nutter.
It ain't never happened. You ain't never had no cool female boss. It don't work. That don't happen because everything that a female boss try to do, I mean, you may have a case shit. She may be a supervisor, but I'm talking about the owner, the motherfucker who owns the shit. I ain't talking about a supervisor. I ain't talking about a manager. I'm talking about the boss. The boss is trying to emulate what she thinks being powerful is. And what does she see power as? What she sees men do. She's only trying to emulate what she sees the more powerful people in positions do. You know? So, true enough, men and women have game. It's different ways to kick it. But at the end of the day, we all got to mesh. We just got to have logic, and once you introduce logic to people, your relationships can be as good as you want it to be. So, and that's, I see my husband's personality is more passive than me. Hey, is that a good or a bad thing for you, Melanie Monroe? That's a question I was posed. Is that a good or a bad thing? Do you want him to be more aggressive? That's something you should relate to him if that's something you want. It's easy. Yeah, and one thing I do want to say, because she's saying that, and I'm not saying she's saying it to be a negative or anything like that or disparaging towards her husband. But like, why so many people feel like, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody you claim you love, if shit ain't going right, open your fucking mouth. It just might save your relationship, because the other motherfucker may just be waiting on the window to be like, man, this shit you got going on is not what's up. And does he allow you to be the boss, or do you just take over in the relationship and you just don't respect his authority because you don't feel he's righteous enough? Because a lot of times you may have women are with dudes that really have false confidence. That shit only holds up to a certain bar, but a man got to be a man at all times. Because sometimes we slip up, sometimes we we let y'all get a little bit, because it is what it is. And yeah, we all know women try to be the boss, but we all know who the real boss is, and that's the captain, first mate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you stay a good first mate. Sure that he's running the ship right. If he ain't running the ship right, check him. Make sure that he back on course, because you don't want to end up like the motherfuckers who both flipped over in the perfect storm. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them problems. You know what I'm saying? Because I've come to realize one of the stupidest statements being married. One of the stupidest statements I ever heard. You take this bullshit to the today, and I know somebody gonna probably agree. But have you ever noticed? And it's real. It was real funny when I heard Patrice say this shit. But like, have you ever realized that that statement, "A happy wife makes a happy life"? Nigga, that ain't true. Nigga, do you realize how miserable a man is when he has to go out of his way because happiness is due to your own volition. No man or no woman is responsible for nobody else's fucking happiness. Because when I'm responsible for your happiness, I have every right to take it away from you whenever I feel like it. It's just like it doesn't happiness is something that's within you. If you can't be happy on your own, then you can't be happy in no relationship. And do you realize the trickle down theory is very real? Because when the man is confident, when the man is in a situation, and when he's responsible for a household, the happiness and the love that he has, it trickles down to the whole family. Like, that's just the way that it is. When a man takes any responsibility for anything that he does, especially when it's regarding for a woman, everybody's happy. When a man has to go out of his way to make his woman happy, when she's not, he's miserable. And more often than not, he gonna end up doing some shit that he regrets later on down the line because he didn't know who he was fucking with. No, it's not just a saying. People really abide and people really believe. People really believe, because I done been through some ups and some downs in my marriage. I've been married, almost 8 years. 7 years, coming September. I'm only 33 years old. 3 kids, back to back, my first 2. You know what I'm saying? 2 daughters, two daughters, 1 son. If you want another one, she want to untie them tubes and get another one in the mix. I'm like, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, hey, I wouldn't mind having another son, for my son to say. But hey, at the end of the day, the toughest times through my marriage, man, which is the first 5 years, that is very true. The first 5 years is the hardest years you can ever endure. And, it's when you become mature in your relationship, even though you may think you have your own level of maturity, you still got to mature in a relationship and just know, man, I ain't perfect. You got to know how to deal with somebody's, mental issues. You got to know when things are going bad. You got to know how to lift yourself up to make sure that you're okay for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? So it's, everybody got to put that work in. She got to put that work in. You got to put that work in. Y'all got to come together, and y'all got to make sure that y'all line up all the way. Because it starts in relationships. You don't get shit right then, it ain't going to be right later. Yeah. You got some shit you need to address, but nigga ain't fucking you right. You better let that nigga know. Oh, yeah. Because every night ain't gonna be a grand slam. Some nights it's gonna be like, I ain't really feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Some nights it's gonna be like, man, I ain't in the mood for all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be a soldier. You gotta tell her, hey, it ain't what I want tonight, or I need you to do this if you want me to get me right, or she don't like the way you did this. But, sometimes you just got to clean shit up, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that y'all right, because don't nobody else want to go out here and venture into the wrong thing and it cause problems in the household.
Yeah, it's true. Man, and I agree with what
man,
you're saying, especially as a couple, you got to be, communication is the key, man, because like I said, a lot of people get into them situations thinking, a lot of people use, especially when you get in a young relationship, they think that, marriage or having kids or whatever is just going to automatically seal the deal on problems, but you got to have that communication, man, because it ain't no, I think that happy ever after mentality fucked a lot of people up, and I think it affects females more so than anybody, because they think, once I get this ring, or once I get this kid or whatever, everything's just going to be peachy. No, that's when you got to really start putting in the work. I mean, there is no button that one size fits all and everything is going to be good. Like, it's a job. That's a job you're not getting paid for, but the rewards, you are getting paid, not in a fiscal way. The rewards or you can't put a price on them, But again, like I say, it's a job.
Nah.
You know, it's a job, but it's worthwhile. If you got the right thing going and you happy in your situation, it ain't nothing like it.
And to Broderick, I say he's saying you got to be brutally honest. Brutally honest is a little bit too much for any woman you love, bro. Can you be honest? Yeah, absolutely, bro. But you can't just be brutally honest. You can't be brutally honest, bro. Come on, women are not made for rejection. Think about any time, nigga, that you never went up to a woman. You would learn how to handle rejection because you didn't spend a lifetime of working towards to get something that you want. Women do not have to do that because they have something that we want and they know it. So they don't have the same type of rejection that we have. So when they hear the man that they love tell them some shit that they don't want to hear, they don't receive that the right way. Now, it's a way you can say things to get them to be on your accord, but to be brutally honest, nigga, I've been brutally honest, and shit that I've been brutally honest about is still something that can come up that happened like 4 years ago that can be present today. Because you all know women are begrudging, bro. When you do something that hurts them, they bring that shit up, and they'll bring that shit up every fucking time they feel like it. Because you all know women think on a 24-hour basis, nigga, when they in sleep. If they think about something, if they have a bad dream, nigga, they looking at you in your sleep and you don't know it. It's all kind of crazy shit to be going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. But like but our brute honesty, if men didn't have censorship, if men didn't edit themselves, and if we truly just said everything about how we truly feel, bro, we would all be some single motherfuckers if that was the case. You know this just like I know. And true enough, yeah, she'll get over it when you say it, and if you know, depends on if your woman is aligned with you or not. And that's why I go back to that. If your woman ain't aligned with you and you just spouting off some shit and you just saying how you really feel, and if she don't believe in you enough to reciprocate that and put some work in to get where you talking about, then that shit that you said is just gonna go out of the window because it ain't no respect there. So it's a two-way street when it comes to being brutally honest in any relationship. Being brutally honest only helps you out as a person. It only lets you be known that this is who you are, this is who you stand for, but it's up to that person whether they're gonna accept it or not. Because regardless of what you tell anybody, the other person still got to make the changes that they need necessary. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. You still got to make the adjustments. That's true. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, me being brutally honest, shit, I can be brutally honest and tell my brother, man, nigga, my brother-in-law, nigga, you need to wash your ass and brush your teeth better. Like, but that don't mean he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's just what it could be. Like, you can tell a nigga, but some people, they just the way that they are, and they ain't gonna change it because they comfortable with what they made. So,
I go see. I'm looking at. She say,
damn, they going in on Jay Dizzle.
Yeah, Rashida, she ain't gonna let my nigga Jay Dizzle make it, man. You know, but I love you, Rashida. I don't want no problems. You know, I love you, Miss Rashida. You know, hey.
Bro, but and to Broderick, bro, our brutal honesty, bro, our brutal honesty, bro, is brutal to women. You realize women got egos too, and when you ever damage a female ego, nigga, what comes out of that shell, nigga, is not always what it's. Every woman ain't made the same, bro. Every woman's confidence is not at an all-time high, and with the man that they love, trust me, some shit just hit home. So, like I say, a woman don't have to edit herself with nothing she'll say. She can say whatever she want to say to you, about you, but hey, trust me, not talking to your woman, not saying your woman, not putting up with your woman shit, and ignoring the fuck out of your woman, bro, that's always, because let's be real, your woman is starved for your affection and your attention. And the moment you take away something, or she feels that something is in place, or something that she wants from you and you don't give it to her, that's going to always keep her in line. It's going to always keep her in line. She gonna know who the boss is. She gonna be like, man, I'm fucking up. You ain't gotta cuss her out or none of that shit. Sometimes you gonna do that though. Sometimes you gonna tell her some shit that she really don't want to hear that you need to say, and you gonna say it out of frustration. To say that it don't happen, come on, bro. We would be lying to say if we ain't said some things in any of our relationships that we ain't proud of. But somehow it still gets said, and it may get better for the better. So we don't have to be hypocritical about the situation, or and I'm not saying that anybody's doing that, but
Yeah, I be doing
we
that
just
shit.
gonna be realistic about any situation.
Yeah, I be doing that shit. I be doing that shit. But like I said, I got way better at the shit. That's, you grow and you learn. But you like you true though. You do have to handle it with
Yeah.
a certain way, because if you go all in, women are built a little
Right.
bit different. They can say that shit with their female friends, and they can do certain shit with them. They can say certain things, but as a man, and you
Right.
being her man, like I say, yeah, it's a different reception with that.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
not pay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I see Melanie. I see Melanie. She talking about they went through a phase when she was unfaithful before we got married. Yeah, but that was before. So, nothing that happened prior to your marriage even truly matters. I understand that you think some things, but that's how women are. When women, when they trust been affected or been violated, because they take, you know, shit like that, cheating, is the ultimate betrayal, when it's really not. Because a man don't cheat for the reasons that women cheat. Women cheat because they actually want to upgrade and they want to be with somebody. The relationship is already over when a man cheat. When a woman cheat, when a man cheat, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, ain't no man ever cheated on his woman because she did something wrong. And it sounds absolutely ridiculous to women when we say shit like that out loud. But ain't no man ever cheated on his woman to get back at his woman. Or be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't do that. Like, we don't do shit like that.
Yeah, make it too complicated.
You know what I'm
If that's
saying?
the
Like,
case,
we
you gotta
don't
go
do
with it.
that.
Yeah, that's you make the situation way too complicated. if you
Like
think a
women
man-
say stupid shit like how could yeah, women, we don't, for one, we don't love and we don't value the same. A man's love is time spent. Don't no man love no way. If a man loves the way that a woman loves, beware, she won't be with that dude long. And at the end of the day, most women fall in love with a man first. Nigga, if a man is out here falling in love with a woman first, bro, something is wrong. Like, when you really think about the order that love really goes in, it's okay if your woman loves you more than you love her, because y'all value totally different. That's why the even my wife will say our relationship, it ain't equal, because she knows we're different entities, we're different species. We got a different way of living, bro. You gotta grow with me in order for me to love you, and your character and shit like that is built up. Like, when you think about how a man and a woman even build relationships, bro, we build from the ground up. A woman wants to build from the top down, because they don't value dick and shit like that. They value the mind. You have to get a woman's mind first before you can get anything else, nigga, because you can look and you can have all the physical traits of a woman, but the moment you open her mouth and, nigga, she ain't interested in shit that you got to talk about, nigga, a woman ain't worried about no dick or none of that, and she can get that. A woman don't value dick. That's why it's the last on the list. A man values pussy because that's what we out for. And as you build from that, you spend time, you hang out, you see that, hey, this person got something going to you. You get interested in her mind and what she does and how can I build with this person, and that's just how we grow. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So to act like men and women value relationships the same is just egregious. And for any woman, mostly women who do that and they put extra emphasis and they try to tell men how to love them, we can only love the way we love. Just like you can only love the way you love. Isn't it a coincidence that all men, when we talk, all women behave exactly the same? Like no man is ever the same. Yeah, we may do some common shit like, and we may do some shit, and like honestly, the only thing that women even really team up on when it comes to relationships is when the man is cheating on them, because women don't really involve other women and shit like that in their relationships because women are just as territorial as men are. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they locked in. You know, so no woman wants to share anything that's hers. Some women do, you know, because they just cut from their cloth. But most women ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, you know, there's just some games, you know, for me to kick. I was listening to the show. Yeah, and any nigga out here taking filters and, you know, I ain't gonna say no names, but certain somebody, you know, be taking them type of pictures and shit like that and be putting it up on social media, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say no names though. You know, y'all can do your own research and find out that I ain't lying, but it is what it is. Some dudes is just cut different today. But why the fuck do women gotta take like 45 pictures? Bro, I just went to go watch a movie with my wife last week. We went to go watch what, Us? Or some shit like that, bro. We went to go watch that shit like a week or so ago. And right when we get up out the car, we were right on the side of the motherfucking vehicle. She pull out Snapchat because that's the best camera. She don't like the regular camera or some shit like that. She got to pull out the Snapchat camera, but she ain't put on no gay ass filter because I don't go for that. Yeah. But like, she took the picture. She took like 4 or 5 nice pictures. Oh, that ain't the one. Oh, get to this side. I'm like, man, goddamn, take the goddamn picture. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck is all of this? Just take the goddamn picture. We both look good together. Like, why in the hell is you got to take all these motherfucking pictures? Bro, I go through my wife's phone, bro, and you'll see it's the same picture, bro, like in the same outfit, nigga, like 45 pictures, nigga, before she posts like 2 pictures on her on social media. I'm like, it's all of that, and then and it's just like Jay Dizzle said, bro, she can't record no video. She can't do nothing. She got to use my phone when she needs some shit. I'm like, bro, delete that shit out of your phone. Like, you got too much bullshit in your phone. Delete some of that whole ass shit. Like, it ain't nothing but a bunch of screenshots, a bunch of pictures of the same shit, and you don't like the right ones. You already know which ones you like. Say that shit. Say the ones you like in a folder. Put that shit somewhere else. It's the iPhone. Like, you could have multiple folders, like upgrade the storage or something. Like, she don't be wanting to do shit. Like, I'd be like, God damn. Yeah, man, but shit, that's the call, man. I've been ranting and raving about a whole bunch of shit, man. I hope everybody was entertained. Everybody learned something. You know what I'm saying? And just took the shit, man, and just got a laugh out of the night. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, Honcho, because it's a minute, nigga. I'm finna probably hop back on, man, because I ain't sleeping right now. So shit, I would say let's hop on PUBG or something, but I don't want to get on a party chat because nigga, I'm gonna get too loud and wake everybody up.
Man, you fuck with that Apex yet?
Man, I downloaded it, but I ain't shit. I ain't played it yet.
Okay. That's cool. I think
shit. I mean, I'll log on.
I ain't played it in a minute. I probably won't get on tonight, but we need to jump on there sometime. I see Tenny be fucking with it. We need to run us one. Get us a little group in there sometime.
Yeah, that's a bet. Yeah, it's 2:40 for me too. Shit, I'm in North Carolina, so shit, it's damn near 3:00 in the morning for me. Shit, everybody else in the house sleep, nigga. I had to come down. I came down the hallway, nigga, just so I could do all this goddamn talking and shit right now. I'm listening to the show. I'm like, nigga, I got to call in.
Man. That's a BT.
Nigga, she already doing her job, nigga. It's called going to bed.
Oh man, Monroe got the pain. That's no good. What kind of pain you got over there? But that's a BT, man. Yeah, like I said, I figure ready to wind it down though. But that's a BT, man. I appreciate the call and shit. Yeah, you know, some folks soaked up a little bit of game.
Already, man.
No, I already appreciate it.
Yep.
Now, let me tell y'all, I don't be finna be rapping. I don't ever be rapping up. I'm starting. I can't be listening to y'all. Okay. How old are you, Melon, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, we finna get ready to wrap it up. I said it like an hour ago. I've been saying, I think I said that an hour ago after, I think, who was it? Edwin called, then Jay Dizzle said I hold him twice. So then, you know, I had to let Jay Dizzle get the call in, and Wink slid through. You know, Wink don't be, so he slide through the den every now and then. We had to let Wink get his call in. So, you know, I done closed. I ain't opening up no more. Goddamn it. Okay. I'm just being those. Look, we got a lot of folks in that age range. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Interesting. But here is, you say you ever dealing with your own worst mistake. Oh, Joe, look. So you telling me getting Josh wasn't the worst mistake? I'm fucking with you. Hey, man, hey, Jack, you could have, look, that story you shared with us in the confession the other day, that could have been your worst mistake, man. Hey, look, but if fortunately, you know, you got to give your kinfolk a high five for that one. Yeah, 03, yeah. Oh, yeah, I already know. You know me, class of 03. Like, old, feeling old in the motherfucker. I ain't going to no goddamn class reunions. Fuck all that shit. But, yeah, man. Look, that's tough, man. Well, I hope that your pain subsides. You, what you is? You on the box or you on the station, Dre Day? Yeah. So, but, yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, like I say, you know, just a lot more content coming, a lot more things working. Like I said, I'm still just trying to figure out. That's a bit that I'm gonna jot your name down next time I get on. Throw you on there. I got you. 335 with the hate. Look at that hate. Look at that hate. Just the green face of envy. That's what that is. It ain't a sick face. That's what they say. The green envy is green or whatever. That's all that is. I know you want to be y'all proud because y'all got what PlayStation Network that you change your name. See, they letting y'all do that because y'all know y'all PlayStation players ain't good. Y'all be getting y'all ass kicked so much y'all try to change up your name so don't nobody know who y'all is anymore. That's what that is. But nah, man. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back at it, man. Same den time, same den channel tomorrow. Like I said, expect some more content, you know, throughout the day. Like I said, I'm working on, you know, doing more short form videos. And again, like I said, you got some news, some things y'all want to, you know, look into. I'll talk about, you know, shoot them to the, I guess I could click the little thingies, click the little dilly dallies. You can either shoot them to the proper socials, or y'all can shoot them to the Denline. You can text it to the Denline. You know, I can get text all day or whatever, however you reach out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope I got to be on time, man. Oh, you can lose all your data if you do. That's what I'm saying. That's what they want to do. They're telling y'all motherfuckers got a losing record on the PlayStation. They just gonna switch it up. They gonna change their name up and lose all their shit. They gonna act like no one they know. I'm new to PlayStation Network. I'm not the guy that was taking all those L's yesterday. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Get a little bit of rest myself. Get up early in the morning, get back at it. And then, you know, hopefully sometime midday be able to start dropping some shit for y'all. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, denizens, den folk, friends in the den, and most of all, you degenerates. I appreciate y'all. Sincerely appreciate you coming through each and every evening. Like I said, we'll be back at it tomorrow. With that being said, hey, y'all ain't got to go home. Yeah, this is late as shit. Y'all should already, if y'all ain't at home, I'm telling all y'all significant others, y'all cheating and shit. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm gone. You fuck with that Game of Thrones? I see it's the last season of Game of Thrones. I've never watched the episode, and I don't think I ever will. I'm okay with that. I'm out.